Asampayetia Obanyansa Bosuo Bunuya wankana asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Oman ya mamana Bini baby ako Wachata jaya waren Wonsom wanini pa Nasadipa wofioye Yama yemberaye Abeya ifuyana Amaya umano Amaya memana Atiwaya nora Yamichata
Unity Radio. You know, we know radio.
Sawaya wanabe Yama yemberaye Abeya ifuyana
no may see much. You see much. Me way. Feet it I found with you. Yes, me had to me and do, baby. Me wo, Gary, I wanna come. Mogopado. Yamba Passaman coming young. It's not coming in. I am fan down. Yamba Gentum, Yamba Patroka can come no show cry. Now may see much. You see much. Obiaram Brana, oh my amfa. Obiaram Brana, oh my amfa. Nane nyami bwayen nyamfa. Nane nyami bwayen nyamfodo. Yamfa biaku nyomeni. Nabe yamina.
Radio. You know, we know radio.
Asampayetia Obayansa Bosuo Bunuya wankana asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supeme Yo kofi Omani ya woman Omani ya mamana Bini baby ako Wachata jaya wareni Wonsom wanini pa Asadi pa wofeoye Yama embera ye Ebe ya ifuyana Amae ya umano Amae ya mamana Hati waya nora Nyamichata Yemana renya Wonso wanini pa Sawa ya wanabe Yama embera ye Ebe ya ifuyana
Yebe mo bibia chi mo bibia akwaba. Aha ya Unity Radio 103.9. Anopa Bosuo Jumedie na wasugo so a utie na anopa na branda anopa yi. Wani se eni da nwumre no snow no toye toye. Ete mafom ahetro. Efo wiem so ayuyuyuru. So ahaya broche ede se opie na wko adwuma de me amesi kanu no so opia na wahihye wo ho wahye less ni be 5 and 6 wko do bi na se shodiwa na wayi less ni bi na so mframa atumi afa ho ene won komo bebre di yo se bebre ka so man be ye enye ya ejame no so yana na mo ye konkoden ejoma ni si ho na yesuze se edu yesuso se ebe ye bi ato aso no ye se no it is abenya efo na politicians for na omoti abenya mu no so mo ye adwuma na se udan na hwe a o ma no na kan so mo na wo se o mo daache eto ma no be yo se ye yo ejame me no so they said political partnership partisanship no I say if you na fe ye ma ye hu man Ghana no winyan enkofo bi no man wa dwe say political affiliations no eno kwa na hi omo say politics no the party ya de me say nya on kan da enso so bi de do ba o kan ye mo Ghanaian political party ba Ghana de ye ma eti o Ghana ne de many times there we are more politicians more than Ghanaians. Na Ghana ni wa o political party no ya be ni be akọ. So Ghana ni wa untumi me serve o man no. Etuma Ghana hu hiamo na mama Ghana ne difference be bia se disi. Na o man it ekokọ nanim. But Ghana there what politicians yo my party first before Ghana. Wow. Elizato sorry why wow wo political party no ehu nya wo chen o man na ye di tuade na ma se fa share no political party no hu nya wo e che o man no politician pa out because asem we mo nwa na kan I can't take far me ti se me dwun wa me ti ase o man no politicians no ebuon political party no e che o man na almost 7 no na ye du betu di ebuman
asampa yetia obanyansa Bosuo bunuya wonka na asam
siama Ghana no ho ahia na Ghana ne say a o political party no enko ba bia o NDC no MPP no PPP no CPP no NDD no enko ba bia me na ka che o and we need to respect the mother Ghana first before a political party. Now a politician ya try ba ma wa kokotra parliament no now to say a political party e wu yawa we say ye di bia cover ya de betan de say kan ye kan ye ma oman no e wu yan Ghana man hu yan and say political party number because Ghana man ni wa me say studio biom political party ne go si aga Ghana ho ntintin political party no Ghana ho ya nipa no mo ho ntina wo do akodon political party bia yetumi tu aba AU ama kotra parliament yetumi ya aba ama kotra so o ya president of the nation he say tu aba no mamo na fe mu hwie na mbe madwo say mo political party no hu hia mo ene mu mudi no hu hia mo chen so mana wo ho na mo fa ho a mo tumi kotra abenya no so na say mo kotra parliament a mo di dwuma ma o mamba no e wo be hia mo de a ene ye wo be bi ko we dey Anopa Kalusha take kakrebi na meye it is some man na ye man ho hwan na man ya hwe na anye ye a da ya kwasa sa no man asai e be do bi no na say China for be fa man no be fa because mpenifo na e di dwade na mom so e dey asho musa no obokoto aba na ye be beto aba 2024 yi we say from January no almost said almost say mutu ma yetu mom wie e ho na say obi a otehwe na susu ne e ma ye ne ma otumi no te ma otumi na e no nche say ye mentumi kasa ye ma otumi na ye na di tumi na sonsa ete manu ma okwa say ase e kasa e say go na the day say na mo de hu etu ehwe mu a mo me etumi kasa no ne de ye be kasa so through social media ti me shame fie me shame wakona bi na me sume tum baba park ne so esa go na the day so kokoja be kan na ya point unu ya bi kura da kan bi ono da political party no be point say oh we oni but this time around there obi a be to share ne ba bi a ne let's social media little workers me no kan e bi a che e bedifo no say kan na so muntia de bi a be koso akan because mo say o man no echima no se sa na Kwame Nkrumah ene buzia na FIFA mo ene omo matwa no omo ye omo jai oman omo to oman asarom sa nka oba betan mu e man say wo wa ba politicians na so wa ba di oman payi Unity Radio 103.9 we dey me no besia ene wo se me breka cathedral no sesem egusu ba asofo pom yenu bi de nsem ya nso mo de manu aba betum ene nsem no moka ene nyina be ka wo kasa fidie so
Unity Radio. You know, we know radio.
asampa yetia obanyansa Bosuo bunuya wonka na asam
Abrakwa nsensem odi apue no expose odi apue no osofo na waka no asem no wasa akonya nsefofo abisusu so ni nyina ebe kan kasa fidie so
enyi be akọ ta ya ware onsom wani pa kasa
okay former auditor general Dominivo also the nando abebeto sa nsensem eko so yi Cathedral says Semia no so de na no ababetum. Minority more dom kuma more masabedwa muso e de oma no bebetu say sky budi a auditor general's report aba say Ghana you know oma mpanyini ne finance minister no omo during bi no bia na nse bia no ono so ma no ne tin say omo de kan hu sa de no kwa dada nso so e be kan ho sem ofia Haruna Idisu ono so don kuma no ona omo panyin ewo don kuma no ewo parliament no also e de na no abeto covid a year ska and the auditor general report ne ba ya na o si junum any katasise any poye bia piem no ono so ade no abeto side ne ese me na Haruna Idisu eka ni na obeti no kasa fidie so Senka say somewhere in Sambia Kakao and another pay about Unity Radio 103.9. Menko na fe menkopa weather report for and weather report no. What said that snow toy and a mube a kakra and the anya snow ni be beto. But and the highest temperature no 38 degrees Celsius. 38 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Fahrenheit, and that you know, and the highest, no, the lowest here 26 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 and 26. And the patrol more you kakra, and a form so true kakra, as I say, and that snow no etigu pa, and you know, tigu pa, chair pass, and etie, until oh qua, now watch your show, kakra me there, and won't be here say. You put up more layers. Make layers. Salvation tadin bebree. Na ko do bebi na say show doa. Na pacho wo yintade ni bi. Na de gu saso. Na ja onam kakra kana so from afa ho. Be say o ma ho layers bi na anu beye. Say wo beko. Na wo sha tade afia bi o ho na fe wo ko do bebi na whether na drop it na fe o kan o si bosu gege. Enya dia e be ya de papa. Eti be serewa bomodin na shisho ho na ko du bebi na sese awodiwa na wajintade ni bi na de kakra kawase se wona ndetumi andu na otumi e de anam na ma ho so ankwa koyare e ma frama bi anko mu ama akwa hye ma ontumi nko adwuma sanse adwuma na wo ye no anu bi na wo de bo busuafo ene onua obusuafo mo ha ene amanone mo busuafo wa ha ene bi wa amanone no wo no ma mienu bo ponti no ma bi abaye abetumi ama ho ato ma nkoko yare no bo modin na ye na bibia ntumi enkoso emma na ka tie for se adwumadie a ye Anochi Chrome restaurant omo na omo so ya sei ema ye di dwumadie ebro Anochi Chrome restaurant o bebi mienu ba ko Mabury Street 687 Mabury Street and about 21 level street and 2 Coast Square and no Park Avenue no so and any bia authentic food bia or Ghana any bia udi bia chibia no okwa obenye bia edi and nsambia so onu bia chibia no nsanfufu ni oda nsambia Ghana no nu bia chibia no okwa obetumi enya bia no nti also otumi kotra odidi and opese we take out so with me take out no dey akọ but then almost and kind of say na no etwa na say na semu na omoye last Sunday of every month live band any buffet 25th no na December no omanye but almost and kind of say this particular month dey January kwesi dey be live band any buffet no basu den edimo na mo bisa no omo say omo be buffet num and live band no this particular month until Sunday by 29th and na buffet no beba until you say o no mo dis so e wo Mabury Street for na 508-753-8471 508-753-8471 no yeah Mabury Street no and 21 level street any 2 Coast Square na the Park Avenue no so 508-762-9991 508-762-9991 from now person we take out what we come from obekona aduane no I ready na bibia atumi akonkan man Asamas Trading so 1084 Main Street asamas eton bibia Ghana aduane bia opebia no mu bi adwene bibia tse enam bia opegana nam bia opebia no obenya bi almost of fresh fish or fresh bit is pompanium, Kruger, Simon, mackerel, red sniper, fish in via or pebia, no benya bio. Okwanswa ombewe honka kanomo trend the pieces bia opebiano. Na could do Jana say $150 as a mass edebeko ofiama free onje hunhwe. It call as a mass no koduja. 1084 Main Street. Phone number ni over to my friend Samas 508 796 5117 508 796 5117 Frasa Samas no koduja na hunu da afei ye free wa yenko Dan Auto Repairs one stop auto repair shop obi bia oka bia ase bia no o de kwa masadan so ebetumi be repair ma o shock observers so brakes rotors eden na aka na ase wo ho fa ko na kwa masadan so ebetisi kama routine oil change so kwa obesa oil na ma na bibia tumi akonkan mo afi aso a mo stickers na ewu na mpese mo ko renew mo stickers no oba masadan so a obetumi aboa ma otuma ko renew stickers nkan tetu mo a check engine beda mo car no so no o check engine da so na oba masadan so o ya make say o kona ko tia na so 290 ni so obeba be kona bibia tumi akonkan kan na masadan so 45 Fremont Street by say call 61 Fremont Street mo free Canterbridge any Cambridge eba no mo ba first shop na right hand side into the ba kakra mo do no old place mo cars bi align up on sunny faso oba the tobo as kakra on the right hand side mo say gate bi o gate ni say gate mo do no akokosi na say omo bebi omo do no akokodik eyirechi enti gate for gate na people kitu bi usani a obekona on the ball free no more ho na ometu aboa no ma your car no bibia ma transmission engineer ya SA ya obama sadan so a obetu am say where 61 Fremont Street after mo free Main Street ni Hope Cemetery one so ma no so mo first na onam sa kwan so oba na shop no left nti baby na 45 Fremont Street no na obepa ho kakra be the same building but we no wanim kakra okọ ni kakra bon say cars bia sunlight o left no so kwa kakra bu na gate ni down left over from mo bekona door no wachi on the back ofori o betumi aboa na o sisi o car kama ama na bibia tumi akoso onoma ni fremasa dan so o kasa no ma we 508 335 2667 508 335 2667 fremasa dan so na o car no obeya ma na car no so otumi di akwadwuma akọbọ adwuma na ma abusuafo so omo ato yefu a yenkoi Dr. Kwabi Scientific Hair Care omo so na omo onompe mu kasemu eyoya na enoma ntumi nkoso a Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care obetumi aboa ama bibia tumi akọ ama Fred Dr. Kwabi 774 386 5640 774 386 5640 Dr. Kwabi so address 371 Pleasant Street 371 Pleasant Street say opo national ayekado o kasafidie ni so menko chia na mana kwaba na afi on sports update ni man na de aka na infanto so opo so ultimate kan membo ache ema wakwaba kese pa eba dwumedie so
kalu mi jeso me jeso bia ho ya
me ho ya pa na busuafo ina ho te sei
bia ho ya nyankopon dawo
na fi say yi snow de nanka or the ache ba na de what's if no pose from
oh yeah my sister me catch us say from to see am ko parking lot to her
na ko and then odo ni ko hu ye
I think that it's not too bad. I mean, and yes, no. I mean, we live in Massachusetts. We live in Worcester, to be precise. We've seen snows and snows. Where they say yes, snows are. I mean, they're just a few inches. Yeah. So come you see from that parking lot in Accra. to car crash free, maybe a car here. Oh, any bump. So usually when the snow is that higher. So back here for car, side and side, and apart from maybe another car, there's a height. So you don't really see anything. When you snow, I'm saying, yes, too alarming for us to be shocked.
Oh, okay. Because I been by this year, Ninty, Kakra beto, and now I'm a word you Kakra. And I
don't say a team that. So, who knew the way a Kruma snow by it here? Madame will say, of the about down snow. To me, try to tear mana, Ubutina, who's washes snow boots now, boot now, Kurem. So now for bubble, but this one it's very light. We should sneakers back because I when I'm wearing sneakers, but you don't even feel it. You don't see anything, so I don't think it's that bad. Just that maybe you saying the in BDC, I don't it be another the cause for people to think yeah heavy, but it's not. Really very light to me.
Yeah. Now my first akonya we suna ya ma wa nkasa nuaba. Sister Adwa, happy belated birthday. Now, I'm saying birthday, coach didn't birthday, Nana.
Coach, a birthday, I think, na yenra.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, yenra na. Someone require, Anka, me put coach on the line. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I put you on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on, 1 second.
Yo, make so. Ogusu a wotie Unity Radio. Unity Radio, the community radio. And say, sa no more we are na radio no. De we kama. And say also tia. Mo hwe Facebook no. Unity Radio asan start. E pa sure ya mo ye mane efe. Ba no nko so ana monye. So wo ya. Wo hwe ya na wotie nso a. Wo like it, no comment, no share. You 3 you like, comment and share. More share Facebook live no. Oko YouTube so also bet me the same thing. But YouTube in there, oko no subscribe Unity Radio. Am I? Subscribe Unity Radio. Na yemfa yin control na man for suntumi entie bi no mo adwuma kase a ye Worcester potemu ase. Enti hi Unity Radio.
Manya coach, but whichever way, yeah, man, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Coach Bakupe. I think that he might have been tight a little bit. And to yeah, man, happy birthday. But I think his birthday was yesterday. If January 23rd, I'm thinking so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, happy birthday, whichever way the case may be, Diano. Yeah, man, happy birthday. When I'm into Nonquanem, na Ompejano, na Uishrano, Jonia Nicasia. Amen. Now, I can enjoy to the very maximum. Amen. And that's when they know from the way
me fire medical fire power me fire be announce
no I'm the one me
don't amami me fire power me fire power pa no be awo na unya ma fire no paper
na o ka say mine na social media no be to me kasa wona ngana wan kan bi ahwan that na o say
enya na me be here say me kan say mpanifo no
no me nka say you fit me na
o see enti na me fire ba fire wi aka say mami ni pa ha me say no fire
energy no from
energy need from una me feel wa o do manage the perform
what did me do
me na medi Anopa so obibu otubo Anopa tutu
okay na kwa nya Dixon na befa Dixon befa ya no tado for be binti
Anopa tutu hey everybody oguba kasa you Anopa tutu
o ntimo ta mamo de
wasa koso why koso asema awo kan koso na yenkoso
na what the Dixon kan o ye no unio
onya adwuma na menye ofire so tabra na ekono my first sports update in my queen.
Another contact fan.
My coach, because I'm a person. What a person did to Quaba. So now, what did to Quaba, my ready.
Manu John Bacho me here, why? I'm in your studios this year. Brana no can't talk about so soon to Kano. To me to talk about my for body before I know Johnny. Next time. Who shall Papa Cocrana obeying in the Maswa?
Well, never credit the crowd to young uncle. Always have a Kai.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what am I?
When you birthday?
Oh, no, I tried in
no, I don't know my job birthday. Our job birthday was January 15th. January 15th was a Sunday. A program. Maybe birthday.
I didn't mind the robot. Okay.
What are you talking about?
What are you also talking about? What are you also talking about? What was on your background?
Maybe birthday. What was the Monday program? Did we talk about my birthday? A weekend, no, and see time Juma. Sunday near Bay show they are fine. So
Saturday birthday, my child America. Saturday,
maybe issue Sunday. Now Sunday, okay, it doesn't even sound good.
It doesn't sound. Now they now can the next Sunday. Quoting,
Wow, like in Galusha, no one will be answered about you, one full out.
No way.
On full out by. And Manuchu and to okay, I would have my moon action. I'm a Quaba, High Unity Radio 1039. I will do in some another day. I have Bob at the Bremo, and so your day by. Sorry, Munimno, your babia no pano, the Mukaman on it, Nafi, you're saying Eddie Mokufi, but usually we start from the home. If you see what I say now, if you are near Aquaman, near Aquacoshe, and some sort of air coso, there's like I say, my Dan auto rapist, Master Danso boy, Juma, a band say, and need kind of problem be a woman there, Fabra, Master Danso, Dan auto rapist, now on CC, Mona Bianso, into Conca, I'm a straight no 1084 Main Street. So be do another town you man Brasamaho now be do na namno e be twani answer the amount. So what Lincoln Village, Millbrook Street, Hard Toyota, Grostar Boulevard area, Hall West, Boyston, Plantation area, Hopper, and then the African market about the echo, a Dream Africa Market. Dream Africa Market, 369 Bencote Street. South Bencote Street, in this whole any whole area there. 369 Bencote Street. And then Ubia Dinija Dream Africa Market. Also, a boy dominated by Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence. And you are in a decade care, 8 Blackstone River Road. Now, they your dine in, and I'll take away. Drive through now, Pensua. We are at your service. Then fast that PC Palma Lemonade Finance. And then, as I said, you'll be a jatum. No, be a Sandiska. Because lemonade rate no high. Chelpia lemonade. So person who sign up easy. And one is a Ubeko Play Store and App Store. Now what you mean sign up. You better verify your phone number. You verify your email. You verify your ID. You verify your bank account. King Galusha now be something rate in the air saying.
Aye.
Lemonade 12.59. All be some tap here 12.10. The difference is big. It's wild. What is here? 12.59 lemonade. CCA. Your rate. I don't know. Now who call tap 12.10. 12.10. So what is here? If you call even we will come bank account 12.22 to 59 to 22. Now we say move up. It is over send this Ghana there. We in rocket scientist and our culture. And one say we be to download the app no. Our Lemonade Finance. Oko aye Play Store and App Store. Because you know download na odi asend this car ko na di answer chimia konkan. Lemonade Finance app. And then the one will be used to send this car ko Ghana. So that PSV and so ma ko shoot near Nautical restaurant. So boy Jidom and a day I would do some bread here for Anopa bia. Yen sha see and TC I go promise King Galu na is me ba umbo me 6 tune. But you 6 tune one bar as I mean to me eh too. Stand up no and a baby no sports stick to Wadaruma. yan we jeguma me na me basa na ma me moral support vim na me dia tesi aguprama so na ye ko na sabre dia ye sha se dia na ye sha se e dia free Ghana Football Association and so aso ye se sia me no e ka say na e tiere say Ghana Football Association ye be 2 manim so almost by the end of this month no much me after coach Fofra or no ever be share Black Stars ayen to tiene hihye ama bibia koso so e de amai na no na se sia me no e ka say exclusive reporter ye dwedwe mu ayen saka e chere say yade am penifo settle on coach I friend say Chris Hilton that ono and now the Black Stars jumedie no e de babema no na according to sources yenye tunyobo roma yen saka na chere say papa egentia Ghana Football Association e de jumedie no ma no ene say wo mu ese oyobi a onim players no dada okay World Cup ay ko no na okay technical team no ho nti o metra oyobi a onim players no dada ene no da nti so a sika oba abegino coaches over 1,000 I apply no ono ena ne die no na chese ewo form na exclusive reporter Yensaka eni hwehwemu mapaya ye no chese sesia no anhwe ya former Brighton eni Albion omo coachi obeji salary between $50,000 and $70,000 as compared to other managers who are demanding over $100,000. It's Chris Hilton. Remember, sir, or a Ghanaian by descent. Into a or say can be also between 50 to 70,000. Into Wemo, any reasons are Unity Sports. You should share Mumapan. Yet me who say Chris Hilton and a likely candidate is Black Stars Jumedino. Woman, the now kinds Eba say na ye pe coach fofo etumi e dia ba Black Stars no sa papa Korea na dodo na even president of the republic e ka say yemfa jumedi no so emma no na chese no so e de no na ye throw dia na sesi ano e kam ya say Black Stars ye nya new coach dia na ye ko na akwa ensem ba ko menu a ababeto dwa Ghana Central for no bebre so e sore ya wo mu abuofu ebi mu say daddy wo mu epeje wo mu betumi manipulate no ebi mu say ensem yakọ abonten ama Ghana member of parliament for Ningo Prampram who I friend say Samuel Nete George adodo na friend Sam George enso abonten a free say edimba abonten say Chris Hilton na mpelfo de adwuma no ma no ena ono so etete sanse no ono so di na ndi tuma ba betu na asma oka eni say Ghana Black Stars coach adwuma edi ama Chris Hilton no enye bibia say GFA for no omo epe obi a omo betumi manipulate no GFA has chosen Chris Hilton because they can manipulate him. Sam George and Sama or the Ababetu Ija and no. The job has been given to Chris Hilton already. They have given it to him because they want someone they can manipulate, someone they can use for their business, someone whose selections can be interfered. Let's not waste our time. People are using GFA to feed their families, so let's go and look for money to eat. And no any and Sam George and the Ababetu Ija. Into what I said, Ghana Football Association appointment Omodiama Chris Hilton, and yes, I do not know him, and yes, I know ya dear, and yes, you over qualified over other candidates. No, over a friend say Sam George extra or the and for the Jumana Mano, because almost or no, and now I'm able to me a manipulating na and also a dear Ababetu Ija or say GF, I business as is amount for the business. Eddie Pesca is almost ADBA ama or Ghana football so to me akoso na and also Eddie Ababetu Ija. Na ya can I have Black Stars Jumano King Alusha. The news is as a folk manager friend Slavko Matic also apply for a Jumano. Say ya can say the Chris Hilton where you should move it hasn't been official but has almost to coach Slavko Matic and so to me apply say Ghana Black Stars job no ye the manual on also so able to me ashe ayen to here ama bibia so to me konkan na ebra Manchester United any Arsenal ball na no kwesi ada Arsenal ewi ni and oko Ghana Arsenal fans parody wo Ghana jubilate ye deda but ukopie o mine I friend say Uganda Kenkalu Emra Edifa El Babia Arsenal fans are omu take it to the street in Uganda omu celebrate omu we are police for abeswa omu nyina ade omu akọ police cells adaya omu HS Uganda mrane de ansa na betumi atiesi kwan so se o celebrate ana wo ye bibi no na e wo so ba beji police permit nti so ma beji police permit a unni ho kwan se utumi atigu amonten so titru any on the street etumi jubilate nti na ya me no ka say de Ghana they were found pa. Now to the Nigerian fans, the win for Arsenal before the United game could go a long way to guarantee their league victory. I don't think I'm but according to the Ugandan police, no, those who were celebrating on the streets, they didn't have a permit to hold the procession, which is a police order offense. In the end, like I said here, Manucho, Kofiaji, any Ayako shoes. So I'm share fans, Arsenal fans, and I'm colleagues, I'm coming. Our Uganda, do na police actuoma, Yadomo Eco Court, say almost a sequine, if I be free, you might change sequine so and almost a jubility, say a breach of the police order, and also any and some a free Uganda Bontenso about to Ija. Ghana Black Princesses, Oma Baba Sharon Sampson, are joining a Payok ladies. Ababa we are now completing the transfer from Greek Premier League side, Payok ladies. The 20-year-old signed a 2-year deal with a club expected to expire in 2025. Sharon completing the medical and we're joining team here as a Greece at the Payok. Now the former Telgate United forward was 4 goals and provided 6 assists during his spell. I was Sweden, no ball was Sweden. To Sweden no fee. And our cross so Akakupin, Greece, as they say, Okotoa Nagukensi, so our now you throw the Ane Akakupin, Don Bote, Asoe, and Asamojan, who's in Binza, actually about to Ija. Former Ghana International Samojan, Asher, a touching story of how Daddy Joe of Don Bote gifted him money when he had nothing. In an interview monitored by Ghana Web, former Sunderland player, Ghana Black Stars former captain, as a moment Sajan say, if you are saying, Yame, our coin of association, now Brent F said, Don Bote, a man for Canasma, no Tiana Raho, according to Asamojan, has a folk legend, they willingly, Ebisano, to dip his hand into his back and fetch as much money as possible. He has helped me. He's a free-spirited guy. Those days, Don Bote was on top of his game. I remember we were in camp when he came with a backpack full of money. We were mates, but we were not that close. So he opened his bag and asked me to take the amount I wanted. I was hugely surprised. It's raining summer as a man mensajan at the Ababetuja. Now, I took out a bundle of cash and I told him the day I will also make a lot of money. I will also repay him for his good deeds. He is someone who can give you 100 million, even if that is the last money on him. I am a bit emotional. People don't really know him, but he does things from his heart. He was supposed to be up there, but things happen in life. People don't know about my relationship with him, but once in a while we talk. He's a good guy. We any and someone, as a man said, and they have to John said, don't but I think Eddie Amano, Ghana, said, Obias said, don't but to me, I call him, Bobuno, and to me, and cause I know, and as a man said, Eddie Abatuga, actually, generosity, I don't but Yamano, maybe our sequence Biaso, Siciano, payback time. Will your papa, Bunia, if you say, Adia, and your cry, Bunia, into be your papa, no Akai. Nti don't but say asamajan say don't but papa bi oye no emra so said your share no promise no ono so etua ne ka bi pepepe said e be ya obi atiwiase ana ahye ne nkran say ye papa na nye nipa nyina na eboni aye na bi mo ha wo yo mo papa o mo kai nti duru maybe a wo susu hia mo mo a o mo so betumi aboa nti eno any the story of Don Bote any asamajan sama wa kan dia fa Don Bote so Don Bote o e obi a okita 1 million cry na say and only sika account on na say opa or the bema amanfo nim Don Bote yi ntina ya no kan wasem tantan sabi e wa bonte no eno ene ensama asamo amen be jan dia tudwa na ye throw dia na e ko Kalusha o national team a opa o masem pa ye o sa Ghana your black starlets, your black satellites, your black meteors, your black princesses, your black queens, your black stars, but who team a opa o masem pa Obia Nima known in the world. A black galaxies, local black stars. For Nyagro na the Tiana Ghana, your matcha, your boy, a chat to Sudan, Yeshamiansa, Emma Mutimu Bako, even against a year 10 men. Yema a red card no. Now, the two a job before the game, no sir. Sports ministry ni sisi ka omode amrante ni nyina no omode amagye fi enti omusa be ka omusika exclusive report Unity Sports Desk iwe mu yensa ka say tension atiem our Black Galaxies camp ni na say players no now omo expect say obi ansa be ka ni sika aban de omo ka $16,000 in bonuses ni bibia now so ya de check e koma omo a na ya ma obi a 7,500 out of the promised $16,000. Now, and according to breakdown by Kumasi FM based Insura FM, what said Black Galaxies near promise 10,000 for the 4 games. Not just 5,000 each home and away victory, which Anopa Walker, the team duly delivered. And a team was also promised qualification bonus of 6,000, taking to a total of 16,000. June qualifiers no 10,000 and qualification bonus no say 6,000. Then I just a 10 plus 6 with a coach school no yabo 10 plus 6 the BN say 16. Into player bia now senka buy ma almost 16,000. Ya dey check ya buy ya twemu kanyina Akufo-Addo se na need so president. Munko bobo no we ni zama sports minister Bosuo ni betudwa. Afedo munko bi check him a 7,500 and ya dey break player bia. Ya ma sisi ano omo ebuofu ye papa. Players no I am disappointed with regards to Sika. Now, I'm expecting say Wamu and Sabeka and also Antony Ama. Now, according to reports, which is also an unpleasant situation at our camp as the team prepares for the knockout stage of the tournament. Let's only hope and pray. Say, sad news we any development we are abano. Antony and Kobu and Rantiano Abam. Now, move to me a concording. Now, Omochimi Ako qualify to me Ako Omo enim. Na and also Ediano. Now, you can't Black Galaxies on the Ediano. Now, knockout stages now, you could do no. Sisiano, the Aqua say, Yami Ayaduma, Ghana or mine. My friend say either Cameroon or Niger, and Ebisha, our quarter finals. No, now they are no Salabitu Jano. Now, ahead of the quarter finals, no, Sisiano, I say, we for the conclusion of Group E. To know the opponent Black Galaxies, Yanyomu Ebisha. Now, now it will surely be the winner of Group E as a sport that is being contested by Cameroon and I say Niger. Now and also Enono. Says I was a Ghana. You may see the winner of Group E because it is second. Our Group A. You will so Emu na and also Edia and they Ababitu Iga Enono. They say the winning opponent either Cameroon and Niger. And also Edia Ecoson so and yes, they are not yet also team a phobia never say die until the bones are rotten. And so as you are class of a player, I first said Glatton Awaku, in himself or Black Galaxies, and so a team more or more edical chan tournament, you know. Now the team say a branch no na a idea now we pra into Kagana matcha, yeah, Valebo Kanya do the movie. Obeka say a captain so Banyan free. I had a branch and watch a red card until own to me more quarter final. Now, what a timely news for the Black Galaxies. I'm glad to Nawaku, I recover, and Yamia Dum, Ama, yet me, and one experienced player, then what to me a Tonwa, it to me Asia, either Niger, and Cameroon, which me a Jim Abwa and Yadwa, Amagana, so to me a D in Queening, into way any and summer about 2 Ija. Kaise Ono, any the captain of the team. Now, your first match, you know. And Utmi Iprai against Madagascar, and he was not available for Yamacha, a boy, any Sudan. But the news coming from camp, and he said, Gladson Awaku, I recover. In the absence of Bani every year, no, Ibinyano, not to me, Ababe Boa Martes, Amagana, so let me Eddie in Quinim, and also Edia, and they Arabitu Ija, and so El Horono. Abrante said, Godwin Atram. I can say be Eddie Afa, why Ghana, the local players no, or failing in the Black Stars. Now, National Oka and say sometimes fans will say we didn't do this for this player or that player, but nobody will do it for you unless you do it yourself. Our local players here, their mentality is the problem. That is why when you leave here, your mentality changes. Then you become a different person. Into a Ghana, the born your mentality, the ball players mindset, you know. Enunti ena ya kwa near feeling. But the bones say oko amanonia because of the environment, coaching, psychology, everything. No mentality at the time. Job Buffy no feel or Boboa, who's a different player. ba omo ofia oh no muso bo no ye mi se bo ya ebedi matemo me ye se ebedi matemo me ye se a we be kan na eno no ahye omo so chen so omo be express omo on the field of play with talent. You can't tell me that talent talent will decrease in Ghana because there is abundance of talent here in the country. I always say that if you talk like that, I will tell you the old players like Mohamed Polo, Jomens, Pele, George Alassane Chamukwe started before it got to us. Asian, Sule Muntari, Asamoah Gyan. So why are we saying we don't have enough talent in the country? We do have enough talent. The only thing left is the mentality and the psyche of the players, especially the local ones. We need some Gordon Atram, Eddie Atuga, TOC local players, no, omo mentality, and my from Black Stars, omo ba, na omo failure, omo to me, and also an instrument. And they to me, Ababeto Ija. Ye froni ko piem e okro bia metema Kumasi Asante ko to konso so ya Kumasi Asante ko Abrante friend say Enoch Morrison say oh yeah very optimistic say Kumasi Asante ko afiwe kwan bia so omo betumi ewini MTN FA Cup omo ebo no back Porcupine Warriors ko etumi ewini 2-1. It was a hard fought 2-1 over Benab FC. Omo tumi ebuko omo place in the round of 16. Now according to Morrison, Koroko have the quality to win their 10th MTN FA Cup tie. With the quality in Asante Kodoko, it is very possible we can win the FA Cup. We and Sama Abrante Morrison, Enoch, and so Eddie Atuja said, or say when be aso metema Kobia Kumasi Asante Kodoko. Ebe to me heading kunim no maji FA Cup no. King Kalu Abeni Tiankwa man on area man on December kumienua yabo abo no na infamre etie na intumi infamra. UEFA for say Chelsea achiro munyansa pa. Adan a omo so hwe eye FFP na financial fair play na rules no loophole bi wom na Chelsea for it said Donald Trump and na omotumi explore sa loophole no ni na say Chelsea atop players bebre who here January in Chelsea atop players 6 Todd Bowley by under Thomas Tuchel so top players 4 ni na so nye sign nkete na eno na amanfo bi say Adana Chelsea nkwaa tumi sign players bebre sa Spanish kasa financial fair play rule enchiwomo na Todd Bowley eba abo mu no what is manucho and offer book and o kenkan ya no hu say no financial fair play no emra loopholes room na loopholes na say o sign ubetuma sign more players now one spread sikano across the number of years no into Russia obaye no players to say Modric 8.5 years now wakofa Madueke no a man of 7.5 years. No, I found into a long-term contract in Kwa and our signing Chelsea players no de mamo. No, I spread it Sikana or the top player across those years. Into one say Fibiano do Chiano less in Timbrano and Cheno. Then no UEFA partner CD noms the hair akwe smart power where they were BT a pa and no and they say I mean no I can say UEFA say Omo is set to change its financial fair play rules in response to Chelsea's recent trend of signing players on long-term contracts. Now, according to UEFA, Omo say enya idea say o signing player 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Omo become nemum the Omo be say so auto player no 100 million kra maximum number of years. I bet me spread this ikano ebe kwa kusi 5. Omo ma on spread this ikana nkonku si 8 years na de biti omo eno na Todd Bowley gusu a oye na me no we ka say Chelsea corona no report Chelsea Todd Bowley epe 2 more signings aye wakopie mo Portugal biem epe Enzo Fernandez e de free Sporting eno ene asama aba ena ene abrante ba ko so e friend Gasto ono so si akan e wo France Olympic Lyonnais ono so Manchester United akoho Chelsea so epe sa abrante no. Now according to Simon Phillips oye transfer expert is Fabrizio Romano especially on Chelsea or see Chelsea about 2 more at least 2 more signings and sana season also transfer window no etumi aklusu na nhihye nyina ne say mo chirema o say Todd Bowley any Chelsea and Perifona will say omo we ya na omo qualify for Champions League omo be chiro omo pa they see an omo the attractiveness of Champions League because Chelsea be Borussia Dortmund the possibility say Chelsea will win Champions League no into no enough to lure players now before the season ends na Kobasa Chelsea and Jimmy anko Champions League anko ye krubidi anwene ne se na and also any Chelsea for there any omo etumi ababeto edwa na yefro de ana kaluyen hwe rumors and gossip kakra na Chelsea have not given up the hope of signing Benfica any Argentina midfielder Enzo said them kind of record Kuwaka Tano Portugal and the about who say Chelsea for somebody 100 million euro Ekofa Enzo Fernandez plus about 1 or 2 players and also Edia ababeto edwa na Guardian Kuwaka Tano still on Chelsea Edia abetuja said Graham Potter may also return with an improved bid for Brighton and Ecuador midfielder Moses Caicedo with the Seagulls looking for potential replacement. And also any asama they see at me Ababeto say Chelsea Eddie Omani Asheha na and also Eddie Ababeto Everton after some time Frank Lampard and Rano exclusive report Ababeto said Marcelo Bielsa our former Leeds United manager and as I say Omani she said Omunya Marcelo Bielsa Ebebo ye pa no etima ba be to at the hard work about Everton etumi aboa ama omoso etumi survive and also any latest news at Everton aso eba Barcelona any Ivory Coast midfielder friend from Kessie as I say exclusively football.london e dey ababeto dwa say abrantie no na nka Chelsea for ekwa akopɛ no na so o say enya ade a obeba England opeso trans Spain cause Spain eni je o hopa so Cote d'Ivoire for the mu pa eni je njo so ko hu Barcelona no kuro ne mu de say o say nka kwan say wo akotana beach no wo be feel keke tinya de oba England bia Chelsea 19-year-old France player Efano Malo Gatso said the Americano say akan edema Olympic Lyonnais exclusive reporter Daily Telegraph thereby said Chelsea in your Sabrantia na pese tumi tono according to Ebu Edanosono not Todboli Ebaye was spending almost 500 million pounds sterling on players na and also I don't know na yes ebi so enumua and now to be a ebene and nunti and a co-work attire from the Times and the Ababeto say Chelsea are set to offer Thiago Silva a 1-year contract extension that will keep the Brazilian defender at Stamford Bridge beyond his 39th birthday. Thiago Silva or Bobo at least into his 40s. And Chelsea say modern bar over this year and so far he's in Chelsea's best player all season. And Chelsea say almost time on a 1-year contract extension. Newcastle United are targeting Everton and England and a 21 winger Anthony Gordon. So can be also on between as replacement for Chris Wood. Chris Wood, they see our call Nottingham Forest. It's also a Brighton and so a step up of interest in 20 million rated Shakhtar Donetsk, any Ukraine centre back. The friend of Mikola Lina is a Chelsea defender, Modena Mono, Brantian of Webra, and also Edia and Etuababeto Ija, and so on. Manchester United, and so any Atletico Madrid. I have conversations over fans forward Antoine Griezmann last summer before I will secure permanent move to Diego Simeone's team. Now, and also any day, and to me Ababeto Ija, and so Elho. And Tina just say, I'm no cafe. I hear papa. Teams now be here say obetumi enya player baako ana mienu bi ato ansana transfer window no so etumi aba no awie na abante friend say Danjuma na exclusive report say okọ Everton any see exclusive report akalumene mo kasaya 90 minutes ko waka ta ne dia ba say Tottenham Hotspur a hijack sa deal no nti see na hwe ya abante friend say Arnold Danjuma nanka okọ Everton no hwe ya na anyi because team kase pena na adwene kra besesa and na we be asisi Everton so mo gina bre no wa ayere pa na eno so ene de ene Benfica for so e de almost stance aba almost say Todd Bowley you can bully us into your terms into here they can say player from Enzo Fernandez open one the only way is obi meeting a release clause and this are yen ton new tone eno ene ensama ene Benfica so akache Chelsea Football Club na and also Edia Ababeto Eja Chelsea new chap Abante Avano Mudrik Ateki just 35 minutes breaking this season Premier League top speed record. Now according to Opta Joe or the statistics ni nyina eba no what say Abrante fan say Mikhailo Mudryk me record a top speed of 36.63 against Liverpool, the fastest speed recorded in the Premier League this season by far. Mudryk just a very pacey just say by just 35 minutes of the boy no otumi be breaking speed record for the English Premier League this particular season now, and also Edia Ababitu Iga and so and no. Let's wait and see. Say Obitumia building on the debut amount for Shase Ebona Baso say oya dia na yɛhwɛ deɛ bɛkɔ na nyame yɛ adoma matches ni bi bɛkɔ so wɔ Germany Bundesliga ɔmo bɔ ɛyɛ midweek ɛnɛ ɛbɔ 12:30 awie a RB Leipzig ebe trek all the way ni Shakhtar Donetsk Shaka Ofo sorry etimi dia akɔbɔ nse ekoto Shakhtar for player nti ama Shakhtar kamenum manu chukra otesa mikasa team na no edwa kakra because of Mudryk but anya trick anya so fan chemwe anya bo apa anya se bia na me sheda sa me kai no we just a slip of tongue nti Shaka Ofo any Leipzig ena ebebo Bayern Munich na nsani ma nkoyi mo omo tresi omni FC Cologne 2:30 ena sa game no so Hertha Berlin enso any Wolfsburg 2:30 ena Hoffenheim any Stuttgart so 2:30 uko Italy ena si wa game baako ena beko so Lazio any AC Milan and only 2:45 ena sa game no so uko England ombebo FA Cup this particular midweek ni weekend na ene Accrington any Boreham Wood ena ebo ena oko England and then so mo semi-final baako I no no Carling Cup Southampton and Newcastle United about 3 p.m. Omodi ebo any whoever wins ebeji a penny na wakwakushia final City and then I think that City ni Arsenal yeah na wakwakushia baako and also no semi-final ekoso ene no League Cup into England no more League Cup and a FA Cup match back on so so and these are fixtures for today. King Kalusha Tanasi Naya Jumano na Munso Muntuaso.
I better say Punasha and I'm telling Kase or the question on Sebaba. Manicho. Yeah. I chair more Kwaba.
Yeah. Major
and snowy
it's not really snowing, but I mean there's a lot of snow on the ground. I mean, a bit cold. You wouldn't say snow and shit and very cold, but as started say it's been gradually fading off and now see ice. To quite cold until but it's a good weather. I mean it's a good weather out there and they flood all the roads. All the roads are really, really safe. I mean driving here I felt like Formula 1. For the first time I said Lewis Hamilton champion so not Formula 1. I had to really race to this end. So it's a fantastic.
Is it a weather for leisure?
Oh, it's a weather for leisure. You can still sow seeds. I mean, watery places. I mean, make sure that they germinate into beautiful flowers. I mean, so that you can also enjoy life. So a very good morning to our numerous cherished, beautiful, handsome listeners. I mean, so it's a pleasure to be here for God, country, and ourselves too. Yeah, we are here to serve.
All right. Someday or the baby but maybe they're catching me Chris Houston.
Yeah,
Chris Houston or say almost per se the blaster in mano. A month for G100 or so by G50. But Sam George say you be manipulating.
Yeah.
And say you know me per se or share in my man. Kaban per se who used to but then Sam George twist na bano. We sure say FN with me a manipulating Chris Houston.
There are two sides. There are two sides of this coin. Personally, I've been rooting for Chris Hughton because I've always said that it's a hybrid. Me, I had a German Shepherd. I mean, Belgian breed, and they come with their own troubles because they are not really accustomed to the African terrain. It's acclimatization here, then kakra, and but when ya or more dogs now, be a South Africa easily on their kakra, Nima kakra, sai we kakra. Adaptation here high because they know how to fend for themselves and they can withstand the harsh weather conditions. And it's similar with Chris Hughton. I mean, it's of Ghanaian descent, but mostly British. I mean, I think that's where he stayed and we're discovering the roots. Yes, on the other side, or Cape Coast, Onimuna. I mean, he's falling so much in love with Ghana. But in the exploits, the coaching credentials cannot be doubted. I mean, somebody with Gina EPL with rights in there. You can't sit back and tell me
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham. Yes.
So many teams, yeah.
What's his CV now is impressive. You can't tell me that he's not an A-standard coach. I mean, he might not just be in the forefront with the others, but at least is the Tony Pulises and co of our time. It will be good for Ghana. And what's your scanner? I mean, why should they be paying 100,000, 200,000? I mean, see, bet you sana more no nomination for me as far as I'm concerned. You won't offer Metia coach.
The teams are coaching Tottenham, not or as a caretaker.
Caretaker coach.
It is 97 and 1918, you know, a caretaker.
Yeah.
And 2003, 2005, Republic of Ireland, assistant coach. And 2008, over by Newcastle, caretaker. And for farm of free Newcastle from 29 to 2010, Newcastle. And about Birmingham City, 2011 to 2012. And 2012 to 2014, Norwich City. And 2014 to 2019, Brighton and Hove Albion, Brighton for your and the one or Trache pa and 2020 to 2021, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
so, almost second if you are channel promotion by
exactly. So it's not bad. I mean, it's not an A-listed coach, but he's a good coach. I mean, we should be truthful with ourselves. It's become Mourinho and Pep Guardiola technically achieved coaches in the but at least. Considering what you have on a local terrain there, I don't think that is a bad one to really join the forefront. But as to, I understand where the sentiments are coming from, because if he decided to really accept a technical directorship role with this national team, it tells you that he is bendable, he could be bent, or very malleable. He could be really pushed into little spaces where he'll be accustomed to the place. And then my a bit we worried and skeptical about the whole thing of getting him on. But I think at this point he did. Maybe they didn't give us the true list of coaches Eban, and then we can do a proper dissertation of the whole thing. But as it stands now, I'm one person, I'm rooting for him. As to some just sentiments in there, we can't also throw it away. And I make I say he's been around the team, you call World Cup winning, all the brouhaha around there. You see, but even because you brought me from that angle, but sometimes I'm a bit bitter with the way we handle Keto Kreku. It looks like we went to the World Cup to joke, because invariably this is a coach people are rooting for. That Otuado is just a scout. Why are you so dead bent on giving it to Obion Shedanye coach? He's not even ready. One, the commitment is suspect. Two, the coaching credentials now are a bit not too clear. I mean, we get to Nigeria and Thomas Partey produces a magic and we get to qualify without beating Nigeria. Then we say that any proper team, any country which has its head probably shoot to its neck, or not on a spy drugs. There was no way they would take a scout who is not ready to commit to the World Cup. I think it's so painful. Then yako to sikegu, yako same moment. You waste people's emotions. We now decide to do the right thing. Say okay, Sadia, because going into this, it was open knowledge, that open secret, that government wanted a recruiting, and Keto Kreku and his team also felt that no, we don't want any government interference. We'll go with Otuado, only for you to come and bend over at this point. At this time, it remains, I mean, rumors and gossips of a sort. But Ghana, you get to have friends who are insiders, so they throw some of these little fingerlings out there to see how people's reaction will be to it. Then it becomes a confirmation. Yeah, team had to work up in here. This is how it started as rumors are the year way. But particularly, I think early days yet. It is some George we saying and Tianko for wine. New China saying, I mean, we should give the man a backing. That's what to be able. You advise him that you are putting your reputation on the line. People are rooting for you because of your British descent. Yeah, they say you will be a coach. You know that in terms of Ghana cry launching powder, you put the right players on the pitch, then you get to do well. You might even get the chance to go and coach high profile team back in the EPL. Now be a jam man, I'm not that I'll say for away, play you in like a game of chess. At the end of the day, your reputation, hard-won reputation, will go down the drain. So I think at this stage, I will give him benefit of the doubt. Okay. Maybe that's what they are thinking, but it will not be easy for them to really manipulate him. He will do a very good job on them. A case at Chemajun Paya, Ugandan police in the Arsenal way, no. I mean, this is one. Oh yeah, but I mean, it's one of the bogus rules I've heard in this world. Now, happiness and so, and instantaneous happiness and so, you need to go and take a permit before. As in some way, mutiny, and I said revolt.
Police officer, police commander, Manchester idea.
Exactly. Unless I'm not sure it's Chelsea. Chelsea, they're happy for us on this call. But you see, it doesn't really wash. that instantaneous. They didn't know Arsenal could beat Manchester United. For them to have a celebration, what is football all about? It's about unity. For a second, people forget their troubles and celebrate lifting an empty container.
So just imagine, say, yes. Uganda 4, and I'm Ghana 4.
Exactly.
I'm Ghana 4, almost a quarter.
So they can celebrate. So what you say, we are lopsided, they're lofty. It is very below average. No country worth a sort. I'm happy. Oboka send the Ghana 4. Young Bossy, we should be happy with the status quo. Saying for celebrate. You see, people will begin to say that it's Arsenal sentiments, but it has nothing to do with that. For me, I think they're over celebrating at this point. They're because if you lose the league, you rather allow people to get back at you. I mean, sometimes they should be measured in some of these things. But the bigger picture is that people being arrested for getting on the street to celebrate. I mean, where in this world do you hear some of these things? So when you get permittance, when yes, I do a problem. I mean, it can only happen in Africa. Not better some of these bogus bunkum rules. I was so pissed when I was hearing this. As much as I've read it over and over, initially I thought it was even a joke. It was Photoshop pictures. Only to confirm that there are police and they say you can't have organized happiness on the street of Uganda. You need to take a permit. Africa, dear. The least said the better.
Long way to go.
I mean, it doesn't really make any proper sense. I mean, I'm sure because they were clouded in national colors in the end. I want you to be yes, sir. And yes, I party. And where you call cry and say, my family, when you jam mubosia, mumma, your baby chimokogum. Then happiness is really costly in Uganda. But I like it, and some of those one, I'll spend all my time to tell them how. On why I think it's a decision. Yeah, as someone praising Dombote for good is be here. I mean, life there, that's how it should be. My problem is with sometimes doing this good for the cameras. So this kind of money I didn't want for cameras. So I mean, that's why I have my only problem. But at least showing appreciation and where the Wenyanka there is good. Sometimes you pay your dues, but there's always an end to paying the dues. It will not be forever. But at least being where they say he appreciates what he did for him in during trying times. I'm gonna say nipa there time and when he need, you know, if you are there, maybe see how much money show them $10,000. I mean, maybe Japan, made that from Cramo, but give me 3-4 years now, but 50,000 cramo in inch. It was be a Fabremian or $100 beer. Come and give Brazil and a Fabremian. Or Chinabram year, my car will say, oh, those times I needed $10, $100 the money. So I think it's a clear case of Asamajan appreciating a good than him by Don Bote. But coming from Don Bote is a bit skeptical. You know, Don Bote will be he has history. He has history. Only a chance to talk about Abuchi cry. He went to do some untoward things. One of these African countries now they to hear that he has a good spirit and Nisika Semdi or the amount. I mean, it's a cap in his feather because he's one player. The one time they try him. He has a lot of history. I'd want to go there because there's a good story about him. On a bad day, I'll bring those stories also out. Now, I mean, confusion with the Black Galaxies. I think that's Ghana there. If I sleep today, not 10 years, I'm sorry, cry in Ghana, I'm not sure I'll miss a lot of things because things keep coming back. You see, some of these things, you know, I think we should grow out of it. Government say if these promises have come that per game near 10,000. And I say, you know, we qualify 10,000 anyway. Now, so why can't there be a spending officer who will go and give the money to the boys? You want to motivate them enough to play one time, come checks over there. So why give them half the money? And it's not even up to half because 16,750 there. Then it's not. It's just about 48% of the money. So are you rather encouraging them or getting them annoyed? Because when you Saudi Moka, this GFA needs a lot of talking to. Abano. You see, at this point, then the government quickly comes out. Then we water it down before it germinates because and you're good that the boys, you know, they are ill motivated because at the end of the day, I'm more expecting to say 16,000. That is 16,000 is what they are expecting. Now come on 7,500. I still money. We can some agree. We can some say. But the truth is that once you promise, you have to follow. I don't like some of these things. My teacher and I said then, and the government saying I've given all the money, and so it was subjective. We need to really come clear on some of these things. When they here, they need to talk. I'm so disappointed, but I'm happy that they are getting a play of salt glass in our quiz gradually because losing a few Banya was a tough one. some of us felt that, I mean, he's one of the major influencers of the team. So he gets in a red card around the 90 plus 7 minutes. A really an unwarranted one, just like Casemiro's own. A moment of madness, an unnecessary tackle. Warranted that red card or the football anymore, we might not get him to go. As Ghanaians, the bomb pass in Niger. Although the African football terrain, the football has improved. I'll make us say you'll be surprised that Niger will even offer better resistance than Cameroon. Because those traditional countries, some say, oh boy, and they are not doing the right things and not getting it right. But it's interesting to know that Niger and Cameroon are in neck to neck, who has to be facing their group. I mean, maybe the resurgence is good. All of a sudden, how big countries in the past are now becoming superpowers as far as football is concerned locally. And I'm happy for them. But me and Niger, Niger, jump into the semi-final if there is. Because winning the FA Cup, I mean, let's say the better. I mean, they are not doing so much with their lives and moments. To at least give them some respite or some the requisite smile will come on their faces. Let me quickly jump out there. Tom Boyle and the FFP.
No, there's a foreign news in the Chelsea. Wow.
Hold on, I got some no.
What is the Chelsea?
Coincidence, and I say.
Coincidentally.
Who was talking be an answer one carry? Okay, yeah. Tom Boyle and the FFP rule. I mean, then say
you cannot finish. Don't start a fight you cannot finish.
Who is starting a fight? Who is starting a fight?
I'm not letting you know.
I'm going to mass him over. That's what being yasem. I'm going to go past him.
Ask the crowd, share crowd. I'm sorry about crowd.
Now, as I said,
the whole of them, didn't we talk about us now? That story is over. They beat Manchester United. And there was more transfer.
You're on the floor.
I don't think Arsenal has any news.
Okay.
Chelsea wants.
Yeah, you sorry. You were from Mudai.
Oh yes. I think it was a smart one. I mean, because FFP, it's about money, so it can be quantified, and the people can go around the rules. I mean, the law is meant to be tested. That's why I love this man. Maybe he's bringing a revolution, because at the end of the day, they are now sitting and putting a cap on the number of years that you can use in paying, which is good. And so next time, we'll bet you over 25 years. We'll bet top player 250 million. I can say every month, every year, I'm 10 million. But this time around, they're saying that overspread the fine football. They're saying to physical boom komobi. It's not easy. There are checks and balances and also most of payment. But if it goes beyond 5 years, it can be exploited. You have to put a cap on it so that it will be good. But I think so far Tomboli has now. Now, many times I thought they were no close at all. Maybe I won't do FFP area there, but he's really preventing it, because we all felt that. I read some article that because we are in Genesis anything, Chelsea has a limitless amount of cash at this point to be spending. They are nowhere close to having FFP issues now there. I think that Tomboli, my only problem with him is that maybe fine. He just want to buy a lot of players, do just for your inclusion, because on far since they took over, they bought 16 players. I mean, this new administration, and they've not really allowed any players to leave the team. It tells you that at least there will be pressure on the wage bill, there will be pressure on the players themselves in at the end. But maybe at the right time, he wants to buy before he starts letting them go, because he's in here. You need pre-season. Midway through the season, things are not going well. He wants to stabilize the ship. So he's decided to do a lot of purchases in the January window. But they need to be careful. I think that there should be wholesale players, not less than 5 to 8 players should be allowed to go. Then these new inclusions can have time to settle into the team proper to really have their own way. But at least it's a good one, knowing that he's really working around it. Now, Enzo Fernandez, I think Rui Costa, he deserves a pat in the back, because he's been resolute. I mean, in the past, they would have been bullied into oblivion or submission. But he's holding on to the fact that you either pay the release clause of 106 million pounds or 128. But I think at this point, I'm reading articles that Chelsea can pay, but they're also afraid of a bit of the FFP nebim. At least the interest is still there. And they feel that to do the team, and I like that thing about what Chelsea is doing too, because they do you have to state a claim. And the Arsenal, and we need this league now far is because they allow the Modric deal to slip through their hands. Because we are a big club, sometimes for the sake of ego, you take some decisions, even it will cost the team or it will cost you money. But 1 year, now you say you are still pulling your hand and still pushing it in. Before you realize, until the day, the sweetness will not even come. Kalusha, say, what are you doing? I can't even feel anything. That's exactly what is happening in the Arsenal situation. I saw almost. So I think that it will be good for Tom Boyle to really get Enzo Fernandez. At least it will put him in that state. Just like Opo said, they have a Champions League football to play, or even still make an impression, because it's a project. People should believe in a project that one qualified Crampa. They look like they have a decent squad which can really let them win a season. Yes, a lot to go in. They've been to Barcelona. They are
Thiago Silva. Why do they have to give Thiago Silva
vintage
1 year? Marco Crelamo
Fofana, Wesley Fofana.
There was a Fofana. There was an injury prone. Don't go find
Koulibaly.
Omina some sensei. Only 2 years.
Oh no, but the man is old. I mean, already 39. No, I mean because it's vintage wine. No two ways about that. But it's someone 1 because obviously Prakra it will take a long time to heal. But because he's personally, he's more of the brain than the brawn and the buano. So you give him that leadership role in there. I think 1 is okay, and I'm sure it's even fine. On answer him say Anka in any serious modern times Anka he should cut time off his career. And the contemporary is in a bobo. So I think that it's good for him. And he's playing well. It's not, and yet it's meritorious. It's not like a thank you gift. He merits it because he's one of the most dependable defenders. After Rudiger left, it could have been worse. But he has managed to stabilize it to some point. Although and Koye Papa passer, but at least you can't. If you are talking about top 2 defenders in Chelsea now, you can't write off Thiago Silva. So it's good that they are giving a 1 year contract. Now Marcelo Bielsa to Everton. I think he's one for. It's a bit dicey. Marcelo Bielsa to Everton. It's dicey. Marcelo Bielsa, no, I mean, he's a Chilean or the Chile Krakow World Cup now. Then I'm a kind of Argentine, but about Chile. He brought Chile to the World Cup some few years ago, and he's known for more of a developmental coach than a surviving relegation kind of coach. I mean, my problem I'm more no Santano to come for Leeds. He's the work Leeds back into the way. No, he has that one. He's able to work with that mid-tier way. No, maybe and another magic can go for the kind of pie. Atletico Bilbao. They did a double over Manchester United. They come those charges. He was part of that. He was the man who masterminded that famous win against Manchester United. But they're going for him at this point in time to be the one to take them to the promised land. It's a bit tricky, but in terms of experience, age, anyway, he's coveted. He's really respected. So I'm expecting him.
Hey, Manager, you.
Yes, when you fucking.
Oh, you fucking. But then
players are there.
Argentina no start here. No scout.
Yes.
And now or you almost 2 no. And 80s mo. And 1982 no. New West old school no. Na be coach.
Yeah.
And now Oba Atlas said they were Mexico no. Be scout. And after 83 to 93 to 95, Atlas 4 coach. And 95 to 96, America now were Mexico. And Alves Scafford, and also in Mexico. And so 97 to 98. And after 98, over 5 Espanol. And 1998 to 2004, Argentina.
Yeah.
And during that time, now some from 123 no within 2004. And that's what you're saying. 2007 to 2011, over Chile.
Yes.
And 2011 to 2013, Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah.
2014-15, Marseille. 2016, Lazio. 17, Lille. And 2018 to 2022, Leeds.
I mean,
so
he has a great CV. I mean, just that he's a mid-tier coach on Shada and on the trophies now there, but he's been over 40. He has over 40 close to 45 years.
Tactically, is good because he's a coach. I mean, he said, also, what is a Pep Guardiola? A coach, steady now. He studied this particular coach.
I mean, most of the coaches, when he coached them or playing time, he was still a coach. I mean, one of these astute coaches. But I've followed him a little and I've realized that and then he's more like discovering talent and I mean, he's not like Manchester United, Chelsea, he's not really shown prowess. He's what the prowess not lies with. Maybe there's a Marseille in there, there's a Lille in there, near there, but those are some of the things that he's really carrying through. Everton wants to survive. I think that's what they want to do because it doesn't look. Southampton, they are lacking with relegation, Wolverhampton, but these are teams that the magic number 40, they can easily get it. A Tony Dian, they can just go on a home stretch and really beat you to it. Because Brentford, in the past, the Brentford, Brighton, money expected some relegation, but this time around, these teams are up there. Burnley, it looks cool for them. It's just a one giant might just fall this time around. Which is a Sutton, Southampton, or Everton. They need to be careful because early days yet. But Lampard did not do any good job over there. I mean, Osha. 14 lost 14 of his 11 of his last 14. He has only 12 wins in 44 matches played over there. It looks like a very weak Steven or their mom. They are very weak at this point until they need that one who can really take them out of some of these danger zones and let them feel good. And I don't think that it's beyond him. I'm having mixed feelings about him because I do say I'm a Petoni Pulis money at the end. They have those things, and also that famous coach here on way no way Spurs for old man been make
Harry Redknapp.
Yeah, Redknapp. Where is he?
I'm sitting catch it.
I'm saying these are coaches that they are noted for really taking you out of these doldrums. But let's see what Bielsa can do. Moise Caicedo, another one. It sounded like a broken Congo record. I mean, Chelsea for you see, they've done something basic. Sisiano, all teams are really using it against them. They have the money to splash until you just have to raise the bar. By all means, they will come. Once they have interest there, they won't. Arsenal go chin win Fonsa, Shakhtar Fonsa for Mudryk. Then they just walk into the space and spoil the whole deal. Go and give 24 million to the soldiers fighting Ukraine war near there. This is football. This is how world Chelsea went into
you. Or call retirement too. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, but
na ba could be so no pay chingam ripa no can friend simple. All that stuff you remove kakra.
I mean, Boca chingam the winner Ferguson didn't ever
but also super you also
it was also chewing one of these mid-tier coaches.
Also a good also
McLeish
Sam Allardyce.
Oh, Sam Allardyce. Wow. But some other coach here now.
Yeah, Sam Allardyce the catch.
Oh, it's good to be good to check. It's for me. Caicedo, Moise Caicedo. I think Chelsea, they really made a lot of noise. I think the boy said it's stand. They need to really get him. I mean, sometimes raise the money. I mean, Brighton, they are ready to sell, but the idea is that the evaluation, they are looking at close to 70 million to 65, 70. I don't know, maybe Chelsea wants to pay less now, but it will be good. I've written about active coaching.
Active coaching, but last year, West Bromwich champion, 2020 to 2021.
He's not coaching again. It's on the sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
Yes. Griezmann to United. I mean, it will be interesting. I mean, for him to come to the EPL. I'll end it over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Opo, for become here go. Opo.
Where is the mic now?
Opo.
I've heard me to me, Kasa.
To be Kasa.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, Kasa, be trust me akwa you.
Oh, pa, you me first to say, oh, my man, Kasa, be a major.
Mr. Kasa.
You mean to me, oh?
Me ko ya try to Mr. Kasa.
Let's not you acquire, suspended. Now, the Tikran presidential staff are saying, now, Kasa, Kasa, don't threaten me, I make the sportsman can be a mayday. Aza, you know, that's okay.
To us,
Yes, sports are and Chelsea sports. Who be trying to move bu na nekratin ko la kran kai di Liverpool crowd o pese nko mo asem. Otogo di kapu wasan we ko fa player. O san ni sa to go li ba ye.
O be ka historia. Chelsea the friend saying Todd Bowley, Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo, Thiago Silva. Story say 5 by ni na Chelsea.
But ni na e
conk be. To us the uncle.
Now Liverpool need story we are the manufacture.
Ayo ko asem.
They say what team ya cut teams are. Would into what
we cry ko fa yi cry say oh. They say cry yi friend say atete cry say oh the need Arsenal football or mo bor cry. Story bi o wanka. Aba kan Chelsea say ba kan.
Atata na.
12 hours in corner time. Yes, I
I just Okasa Sunday, you can enra. Emma Okam Bukayo Saka. And a Bukayo Saka is a Premier League player of the week. As is Yamanuchu Kretu Chamano. And this is women as Anka Hasna. Uzu Liverpool Yegu. They said among who see Kawasam Tantanta crowd and Moya Mobo. Samanuchu or a D for Ampa. Then your COVID and Kamuni League in Ibida. COVID back or your Bramo Bre.
COVID League.
Chifa Mobosa. A Kami and Casameka Chelsea stories. UEFA to bully the Abuania Menka, Moses Casido, Bukramo, Munyes Cancoton, Musumo Peno, and Menko Fastor and Venam Diabro. On a more serious news, I think that Ghana Football Association, then can person more pointy coach Bia or a little tougher. Because you know why I'm saying this? I'm saying this Chris Hutton initial Obano, Nami Pesanke Diajumanamano. But then by him succumbing to be third or something to Utuado New Women, I realized that only Jumano Ama maybe he's losing his principles. And especially from UK to come to Ghana and say the third in commandos or fourth in commandos or technical directors or whatever. I think that why now, Manichu? The question is, President wanted Chris Hutton to get a job first time. This Ghana Football Association, led by Ketu Kraku, vehemently resisted.
Yeah.
And today, after the Omohunti, I was somebody joining Chris Hutton. That's why Sam George is saying, and then it's not only Sam George. A lot of the population are saying, "Say, I'm going to be manipulating."
It's true.
Because I own someone who said, "This man has been with the team. And to be the culture, the norms around the team." And to about someone manipulating for their businesses are more embrace. I'm beginning to side with Paul Neti. Oh, and it's those people who are of the same view because independent and then you see and we have world-class coaches like Thomas Tuchel and Koa. We heard he say apply for the job. You know, if you're going for a foreigner, go for a top-notch coach because you see quality players. And I was reading an article where Manchester United is monitoring the situation of your friend is saying Mohamed Kudus. Oh, your top players now playing and almost like young. And so we need a coach who can nurture them, who can make them disciplined, who can bring them up, and for the next 10 to 12 years. Now, who said to say the migration this Amikufoni, we Stephen Apiamu, John Mensamu squad, we see sooner. You will team for a longer time now. No, I think that if we do that, it will help. But anyways, let's see what Chris Hutton is bringing. Man, the only thing I wanted Chris Hutton to be the head coach was the style of footballing. Fantastic. Who's Brighton, Norwich, any other teams are going now. Almost tiki taka on that Brazilian style. Canino as a Wenger style of Arsenal. So, and Ghana, so your boss Ghana, we are not usually good with long balls. So, in Tina, Chris Hutton, but if the FA thinks is the right man for the job at this stage, let's wait and see. I'm hoping that Chris Hutton, if appointed and he becomes official, will be able to stamp his authority and be firm, you know, and tell the FA, this is what I want to do, this is my team, and I am in charge. We don't want somebody who will be coming to, you know, by a puppet, not to be a month from FIFA, so now you sue the business. Basta the team suffers. So that's my only take on the Chris Hutton. Don't worry. Just channel, I'll touch my heart, honestly speaking. You know, Manucho made a very brilliant point. Said, don't be shouldn't need in Papa or Ghana, especially before commercial Santa Koroko fans. And Omutu coins are, say, Waku, are there, near the you know, a whole lot of negative and bad stories about Dombote. And in journalism, I said, we call journalism school the first lesson in mass communication. Any journalism I show me, I say, when a dog bites a man, it is not news. But when a man bites a dog, it is news. So what I say, sensationalism. Obia pe idea is strange, you know. I think we are seeing we see negativity sells. So what I say, you know, I was very, very touched by what Asamoah said. Don't people talk ill of him, they don't know him. Any we are seeing we be perfect. but will be on the good side. But when you manage the sad aspect, so when you be saying, and only will be to us, will be who be big Kakrebia, Papa, why no, and the good side of the person,
yeah.
They only talk about the bad side, the negative side. Bibi Kakra said, nobody, me sure, sir, it is not only India as a Mojan, and I experienced the good gesture of Dombote. Because for him to have done that to Asamoah Gyan, not just it is his culture, it's a idea, any value, a idea he does it more to more often to people.
Mm-hmm.
So what I say, and it pays to be grateful. And I'm happy that Asamoah Gyan, you know, he said that he promised himself one day if he's able to make enough money, I'll be car for the good gesture. You know, it's so refreshing for a senior player like Dombote at the time. Now Asamoah Gyan men or no call camp national team camp, and then Oka say Piscano so fansa boom take as much as he want, and Asamoah Gyan so he bundle be out there and all that. As Oka say, I'm very good, sadly. You know, to every human being there are some positives. Such as here, and there's a more there, and why are there also what kind? Because it's good to always remember. Don't say nipa bi over bad times, mono omunya baby jina in good times they forget everything one time. They only remember their current situation, but they forget how they got to their present situation. What I say, it's good for Asamoah Gyan to have done that. The next one that I'll pick, and that's a local story, so no man need your hope. Hey, Manucho, no one was a Kerala United owner, your two ideas of parliament.
Debut.
How do I do? You know, look at me, you're coming in to sound like Kerala any day.
Oh, yeah, Wakoto Kerala FC. I have no imagine.
Parliament.
Yeah, so my changes.
That was one of the stories that I make about. I'm just skip for me.
My changes in their leadership.
Yeah, you're two ideas, but sir. Make a look at stories, because I'm fast and story by India Kalusha and Wo. Ugandan fans are more jubilated. Our Bontia police actual mamma kind, and they were one who can look at stories by the bam, and they were. If financial fair play, Chelsea, I'm going for buying one of me. And Ghana, your freedom power, Manucho.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Hey, now we winning now, jubilated. A bunch of Mateo Monte, Sona police are ransacked much. So they needed a police order. Wow.
I can't 7 minutes. If I wrap you, stop sports, right? 7 minutes. Why? You're on tape.
That's how I am a friend, though.
We are trending.
So, the time, no. But over 2 minutes out. When you are handing over the microphone to me, catch them some for the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes. No more spreading stories. No more how I may take it, bit by bit. Yes, I may can't say Liverpool story, new story in Gina, what I say, that's not fair. Anyway, that is just a joke, and by the way. It's a thing, you move on. Now, Black Galaxy, no. I don't know, at that, Ghana, you be saying, you be free. Your past mistakes, we've had problems with bonuses with the national teams, not only the Black Stars. From Black Starlets, from Black Satellites, from Black Meteors, and then all the way to the Black Princesses, Black Queens, and Black Stars proper. Very sad. I don't know why the minister gathered the players and told them, say, Nanado, any sports ministry, no, the music and you and you have to promise some of the marble. Your tournament. Oh, this Kanama or promise the boys look at look at the performance they put up against Sudan as opposed to our game against Madagascar. Very sad. Minim Ada Ibisia said the Abeshi Numa. Then the Numa Shigu, but the English Shedda. The same way now, Numa Basana. Repeatedly, we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over and over. I don't know what will happen. I'm just praying probably we don't meet Cameroon, because with this atmosphere in camp, if you read down the story deeper, I said it's brought some unpleasant situation to the players, and of course they are human beings. You know, disappointment becomes part of you when promises are not fulfilled. And I think it's a very sad story. I say, and no more rectify if possible, not the between. Quick one on Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez. I think that if I were Todd Bowyer, Enzo Fernandez, Mijani Chidi. Moses Caicedo, you submitted 55 million pounds sterling. Or are they bear 5 or 10? You get Moses Caicedo. What I say, he's almost at the same age as Enzo Fernandez. Because Osha Benfica for now, most stance will not change. Almost from 100 million release clause, or you forget about the player. So I think Togboli, what he's doing, if it was Chelsea, I'd be mad. It was the same thing that Real Madrid did to Chelsea when Eden Hazard was leaving. No more play hardball with that. What I said, but Marina Ravnovskaya stood her grounds and said, look, we want 100 million pounds sterling. If you want the player, pay it, we give you the player. And we'll hold you down, Real Madrid try. And that's exactly what Benfica are doing. Now the market is fluctuated. Into be a player, be a person had the very last value on him. What I say, and a player is a very young chap who is very promising and talented. But I think Sissikano, personally, I think Sissikano had done also 100 million for Enzo Fernandez. What about Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice? What are they doing? If Chelsea is to dove into our pocket and get out 100 million pounds sterling, don't you think we'll get Declan Rice right now? So what will you anyway? Let's hope, but Minifo said that is just too much money for a midfielder of his caliber. I just hope that Everton can get a good coach. Marcelo Bielsa, a good coach. But as to what I said to me, you move for predicaments. Now, only said after his wonderful stint with Leeds, Kodomoko relegation here, Pamono. So, in terms of whether I saw to me about navigating Everton from the predicaments they are in right now, is something that we need to also take a serious consideration into, because we feel said the money to Kano. Maybe I do see I know here coach are very pragmatic. Coach will be to sailing through the storm now, woman. No, I get it to see what things you know about land level, right?
Calm waters, safe waters.
Yeah. So we say storm now more danger. It's a more show be as I see what more. So I think they need a coach of that caliber. I mean, Nimsa Marcelo Bielsa will be the right choice, because they approached Wayne Rooney, and when Rooney was very skeptical, and I almost say Rooney didn't really want to take up the job, because I think when him said maybe a one or really or conferred man and a permanent term, he didn't want to take it.
Are you serious?
Let's hope so, Everton, because Everton is one of the teams that I like so much. Not that I support them, but I feel that only one of the bogey sides to any of the top 6 teams. And I'm going to cut down the dreams. The last one will be on Thiago Silva. I don't know why Kalisha was asking, and then Yakofa Kalidu Koulibaly, Niamma Kalidu 4 years, Niamma Yakofa. A team has policies. Please. Sadio Mane wanted money to stay and make Liverpool. Mujano Mane Koi. Team policy. They said Thiago Silva on the first coming to Chelsea. Manu Jones will buy 74th season. They say no.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, or buy Yamano 1 year and then option for another year. So it was 2 years, but now option 1. And then we activated, and then we gave him another. We gave him gradually. No, they say about Chelsea 5 years. So you see, play as you go. Once he's not getting injured, he's still in good shape. And I think he's even surprised that he's getting another year, because no one should say Chelsea crab there. Everyone another year because of the age. And just like you said, so at higher level, Chelsea can only extend, but cautiously extend. Yeah. Because the age now, just like you said, we press this year. Khalid Koulibaly is only 34 years. Thiago Silva is 39. He's going to be 40 years next year. It is a old man or more contractor. You stand to be at risk in case there's any injury to him. What I say? I think that it's the wisest, and my only fear will be another Chelsea for extended. So when I saw the news, I was so much delighted, because honestly speaking, he's been our best player all season, and he's been the most consistent performer all season. So for him to be rewarded with a 1 year contract, I think it's a step in the right direction. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, Opona Shana. What's in Kano? My call it is so Facebook live. Now I kind message be quick na fe. In fact, imagine share so. As a commencer, a special greetings to you, Opo, to you guys, Opo, Manucho, and Kinkalusha, and Simina Usu. I say Manucho, with respect to the Uganda issue, it is purely political. The opposition party color is red, so you so you know how the ruling government is unpopular now. as a commander, see, Kalusha, please. You have to be very careful over there. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, as a commander, Chelsea, I saw Kokaino. I say Chelsea all the way. And now, good afternoon, my people. And as a commander, hey, Liverpool, why? No, and summer is to come. And my member, my member say, please, can you work on the notification on Facebook? I don't see them on time. And also once more, can my member is a man or the abano. And if you are not free, Madame Hoka crab me back now. You the some Nakano as so. I Unity Radio 103.9. I dear summer ed and then some more can as it is. In fact, in your crocodile don't be a can come or money to me. I ye. It may damn how I see me back. I can it better. Unity Radio 103.9. Wasugusu utie Anopa Bosuo. Anopa Bosuo and I start here no. Yeah, the weather report number begu. Yeah, the sports nso aba begu. Yeah, kai for say be doing the political arena when you kokodi be di nkomo emu ohye. But ambassador man mo oboy. Nka me kan sem kakra wo mu a. O si ye di be akoya ebeye. Semenu ye di ba akoya ebeye. Yantra wonye hwehwe han ema politicians no with the mere fact say yamom power no omo power no mbe hwanwan no mom ndisika no kwa yentumi nkasa ye be kan bi manu che be kan bi me kan bi opponent na be kan bi osu wa otieche no so wo bibia no amabeka ye nya hwe ha mom say Ghana ma ye chirima ye nana no kasfo no nana no ye mom say mu da manida I'm going to for sale. Mama Swasi made it media berry and Ochi Chrome restaurant. Asamas Trading, Dan Auto Repairs, Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care, and Go Coast Catering Services, Kumasi Market, and Ochi Trading, Lemonade Finance, and Dream African Market, or 369 Banco Street, Paula Mantemono. Therefore, Bakuya and your minor, Modia de Biakuya, minor. O mani ebe CP esita na bibia tumi akọ nkanya man Maricho me pese ya kasa stories me say we boom as almost all they are related ya kan wi a na fe ya covid fan no so na fe de aka no the sad debit exchange so program no de awie Maricho Duncan Williams ene ni nua isu anaba de omano aba betudwa yim say he said e be ya nka you know so suspended project na omoye no na auditor general and so omo auditor no hwehwe skanim na omo hwe kra na country no ya economic hardship o man mu accommodate amanfo na so be sika trader enti omo so omo hold omo wo sa asem na so kudata brakwa esusu okokunya document but kudata brakwa no manuchu ho na me na say wo de ade akoma charger also unya akwanya na expose no na expose no e be den because wo de akoma mo dia na say nka mo ja mo nkomo ayom hwehwemu na nka mo de omo hwehwemu be wi a na ye ba betu edwa but bi so be ka se Ghana so de uja ma cha akrofo na political influence bi enko yeti ma so nyama de on that side na man for so hu de ekoso eno so another angle no o be hwe mu so bi ma oforiata wa wadafo domlevo so oforiata sa contingency na odi seed money na omo for cathedral no ya ade ani kwa so omo ye no ahwe kura na okaka na ni ma ahwe ya no mo ye no that be 14 billion Ghana cedi taxpayers money mo ahwe na amafo anwa akwachi domlebo ozo asema wo ka no e di sanse miensa we na mpese o ka bom na ya pese anga bi apese o de fabia no fafa na fe ento aso mari so.
Yeah, 3 cathedral related stories.
Yes.
To build or not to build.
With
the 2 honorable men of God they are members of the trustees.
Yes,
I mean, the 2 Nyanshare members, Bishop Duncan Williams, now Reverend Wistu Anopa. I think their memo or their frustration is born out of and controversies surrounding the idea. The first had to be the Bishop Dagwood Mills, who resigned about 6 months ago.
And since August 2022.
Exactly. So barely 6 months ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Sisiano, he's giving, ascribing some of the reasons why he left her. I think they are cogent, and or anybody who believes in success and delivery there will come out to him.
The government take a seed money, but the seed money they could be able to seed money bulk let's say 5 million. But seed money there every time you are seed money. Another aspect in say also the share as of for ni say omo no money omo sorry mano omo ka say bia say ne pese e dey so omo so omo pesca free omo sorry no fa meboa na say o seed money na o dey aba na da bebetu no na ye dey atomanu na omo ntumi account ni ya ya so for dey na ye dey ba no ye dey be ma secretariat na ye bi nya ko nya kra etumi aka mu say scan ye dey ba dey betumi hu say size caport we na ye dey ba you sure say no tina ma asofo for now maka no my confused and now person we you film
all is part but I think near emanate you and so emma we na ye heightened there expose ni I mean a sense of corruption run it through the thing e be be on akuja tabla kwa expose you because they have questions to answer. I've listened to another person way honorable Josiah and also bow to say as she says there now she doesn't know the seed money.
That's right.
I bind the shame so to one of them no because I didn't start 100 million almost 100 million I bind provided land maybe about 10 million but almost cannot trustees in you almost uncle they will be the custodians of the 10
yes
every come number running number for architects in idea but you do stage where all these things have been done before they were even selected. So I say they just be made faces. The real smooth screen, I say smooth screen or multi na you're born say more, but the real hunters are behind doing the job, doing all the dirty job, and that's what is really happening in this regard. That your TA Reverend Kusi Boatinde, Victor Kusi Boatinde is still huge. Well, who follow story now share some of the defenses it doesn't really help because man was by host passports in Ghana card near there be a din way turn number be a din way. I think they get a bit worried. That's we catch them say as of your mocabrofi from ya doing some moca training and but some mocabrofi days some the siwa and yes be mam 1 Ghana 2 Ghana na 3 4 no boom what breaks your back I see as when you pull spine that is how they deal with it. Because like just like you said, as much as I agree that with a commerce charging, both men are talking in the public space. Now Ghana is your court of public opinion. If you lose that battle, you lose it badly. Besides Okuje Tablaka and all this, he's not a suffer. He's a politician and he wants to score political points for his party. That thing should also not be a lost fighter. But the point is, what he's saying, is it true? And a year bueno. What kind of story now? So I must say, Reverend Kusibuata must say, JNS and Omobo Bosia, Omobo Wayne Bosia. But see, no, they supply toiletries, sanitary tissue paper to the secretariat, and it cost 3.5 million. So the man did the supply and was paid. What someone say, Tracy come out.
So, okay, that on a voice view, so
it will be interesting.
No, baby, square no, I say. Tama no almost on Kwaji Busiana, 2.6 million Ghana cedis. Now in the coffers of that cathedral,
they had money.
$6 million. It is $6 million now.
Why don't you use your own money?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Interesting question that I need to ask you. In all of these things about documentations, we've seen passports, TIN numbers, driver's licenses. Did the national ID pop up in any of this?
Yes, I have. I've secured that too.
You have?
Yeah, I'm keeping that close to my chest.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I told you about the strategy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a national ID?
Yes, I have that. Okay. I have the national ID.
Okay.
And I have other driving licenses too. But I'm keeping that close to my chest.
Okay.
You see, this matter, we are not even midway yet. You know, it's a relay race. This is going to be very interesting. I'm just waiting for. That's why I kept the mother's aspect and Paula Domochu.
It looks like you're engaged in a rope-a-dope.
Yes. I learned that from you.
Rope-a-dope thing.
I learned that from you under what you met. But let me two related significant matters.
Right.
I hold the view that all the post facto rationalization is an afterthought, because I've done my checks. There was no board discussion that we are cash strapped, we are going for a loan. And you know, since I started these exposés, Dake Wadmos has come to confirm everything that I've been saying. You remember I put out that at the first meeting, the president told them that as for architect, don't go near. I have my architect in my mind already, which raises major issues. Disregard for our procurement laws and all of that. This letter they are circulating, that they went to JNS for a loan, that crash for a loan. It has no reference number. You are a top CEO. Look at this letter that they are circulating. No reference number. So it's of dubious validity. Then,
is it not curious, Sami, in relation to this, is it not curious that the board of the trustees, led by the chairman, issues a statement on the things that were being circulated about Bishop Dag?
Yes.
But is silent on this issue?
Yes, very silent. Very silent. Isn't it also curious that JNS is also so silent? They don't even care about their corporate image. At least the image, the credibility of the company. They are all silent. No
the kids at the kindergarten don't watch Good Morning.
Okay, all right. Okay, I hear you. So this JNS post facto, you know, dubious letter, I treat it with contempt. Then the bank statement, very revealing. At the time we are told that National Cathedral was so cash strapped and they needed an urgent bailout from a crash, not licensed to give out loans. Guess what? The National Cathedral had more than 6 million in its account. More than 6 million Ghana cedis.
At the time?
At the time.
That they
I have the Cathedral
million.
bank statement, yes. At the time they were chasing 2.6 million, that they are cash strapped. They had over 6 million sitting in their accounts. Then you see this press release that, and you see, probably the National Cathedral Secretary, they should be advised.
Manisho, I'm saying there be Adam here, no.
Yes.
More say more bought Cathedral no Bosia 2.6 million. By the time more Bosia so almost accounts so almost 6 million Ghana cedis or that is $1, but not Ghana cedis. Na scatter and the bank na yeding.
Yeah, to the sense of so boy Bosia.
Sir, you are baby. Don't know what in that baby say. I'm very year. Sir, contingency a year vote as a funny or Marquay. It was meant for emergency. Now that's a cathedral was not emergency. And how can you be doing that? Now here, back a crime, 14 billion Ghana cedi. A back waste through the fencing. High-end money of the friends, individual or more taxpayers. I need to combine something with
I think a black one is a bit blank. Victor Kusibuatemono. You just sometimes Ghana you let the life follow, but the more you try to explain, the more the man will expose you. And I now quite said CD dollar. Because the truth is that it doesn't really wash. I listen to Paul Ademochi trying to rationalize the Rollins. Tata and Papa and the mom had to change the name near there. But 40 years down the line, Rollins, that time, maybe 81, 79, 81, near there, you know, you democratic rule, you know, you're still keeping the two names close to your chest with two passports, diplomatic passports near there, with 10 number work in 2013 here with 2 different names in there. It doesn't. You see, the more you listen, the more you realize that this thing is shrouded in a lot of myth and corruption. I mean, unguided, misguided corruption and inappropriate use of funds in there are really found in building a church for the Lord. Oh, now what fast trustees we know. You see, that is why maybe I saw for me I don't think it's necessary. They have to resign. If you see, at this stage, even I say you want your reputation to be respected. I think and your weapon and resign. Even Pastor Mensa Otabel also said he doesn't want to do anything on the cathedral. I think they are not first, but people have really lost sight because or not initially now say no, he's not really part. And that he must give them benefit of the doubt. Went through with them, then it gets to a point you are not listening to them. We are Muslim Papeni. At the end of the day, I would not be surprised the trustees in the where Mujiska. There will be meetings and Mujiska near there. Sometimes people become so greedy that and then I motivate you. Yes, idea. When you go there, you are made custodians. You are the highest decision making body of this thing. At the end of the day, that's what the president told you. But then they come and tell you that if your architect and contractor then where are you? Your power has been limited. You are clipping the biggest ring that you can have to have control over the whole thing, because somebody will be selected in who are allegiance to the one who selected him and not to you, the party, knowing very well that Muna Moya Adiano, so you are lower than the one who is given the position. And I think that is what is happening in their situation that and I'm not surprised they've gone to us to say that wouldn't be and can hold here they suspended and trying to get an auditor to come and do it of a national interest, and I say maybe a private auditor. Now, do you think they will do it? As we sit here now, you have been told that the architect has taken over close to $30 million for no job done. Contingency for a year. I think a Bob during the essential now. Yedima away no say Yebisa no say he voted 200 million Ghana cedis into the project. Yes, Nasika Kesi said the Ankeseba Parliament. Then Ken Oferata comes to tell us that we have a contingency fund. Yeah, it is there. Contingency fund is there. That we are budgeting here. There are some unforeseen things. Emergency. Say this can be too on. Say no bar. There's no way you can know everything under the sun. I say we sit down. Yeah, they be your friend. Substance. Your friend. Day works. If you want him saying so be better, would be better and a rocky be shasi on. So you always leave a window for that. Now we could say canon. No, they are cathedral. Is that emergency? What is emergency about this cathedral? And you never solve 99% of Ghana's problem. Kuma Hayeti say nipa umbeton. Is it about a cathedral? I mean, sometimes I guess sad when people who should know better become rather the defenders of a defenseless situation. So he couldn't have said it any better. You see that say some of us might not be experts in auditing economics near there, but when it comes for set people of repute, they have experience and they've practiced it over a long time. They issue the fair warning. No, they are not careful.
I say, for attack contingency for national cathedral, a window for stealing.
Exactly, because woman way pass here, Ghana no, and at this world no, you are be a friend no. Even our local balance in Yesi, say precedence, it's everything. Teten woko ahimfie ne di asem yeso be ko wi aponche obi so na no wokai until 4 months and 2 years ago asem ne biani say ne judge no ne de boa. We set precedence and that one takes becomes the level for us to build on. It is a obi de sabo 200 million Ghana cedis from contingency fund in the name of, just like you said, just started idea way no musimo seed money. The churches themselves should try to organize and get it sorted, but the truth is that people are not paying. They want more expectation by no, and I come in the background. Or tell sorry bumper. What's it about? What God needs at this material time is a house. I brought a Bible now saying I come on to share them. See, even universities now they create open universities. Now, go for Kobe, they never sat in the 4 walls of a classroom. Internet in idea, you know, people are advancing. Bible now idea in your face, a crab Bible, which will be coach up or an iPad or so idea. And are you telling me that you can't advance in a sense? Most of you are fine. There is but the issue is that those who believe in it are ready to pay. Like I'm a firm believer of that one. Said Bakwan to embassy so. Na say I sorry na wo kona wo si nyame ayama na wo twi sika ma na ne ade your business. I will not sit anywhere and condemn you. unim film. But at the end of the day, when government money, taxpayers' money is being used for some of these ventures, it becomes a bit worrisome. And I think that is where we are. And the truth is not coming. Board of Trustees, make sure so for BCC, I know say, how did the project start from 100 million and now hovering around 350, 400 million? What is really happening? And at the more citing at the dollar rate, $100 million. You can say 100 million cities, no can say, oh, inflation action, blah, blah, blah. You've always dealt with a figure which was in a dollar equivalent. I listened to Sergio Ramos. He was saying that it's some of the museums to be a Kahuna and say yeah program where people can go there to go and see books in there. The Nintina. I will show you the initial design, the new designer.
Who is Sergio
Differences
Ramos?
Have him. Oh, Sergio Ramos. Paul Adomotri. Sergio Ramos. I mean, he defenseful, the defensibles. Well, I'm not judging. We shouldn't see people call me Sergio Ramos, but I mean, I declared my stance. Journalism is there's nothing like it. Doesn't believe in neutral journalism. You choose a side and you defend with your life, which I disagree. So I'm also just report the raw data for people to do what you can do the conclusion. So in principle, I think through winning, it's working against the cathedral. Saying, "Come here." I've heard people saying that no, they don't want to. Be attitude nabim. Sometimes you wonder as a Ghanaian because the asofune di enim na ya fed up essentially mommy and training and you say. Ablakwa is giving info on information. Dom Level is giving us the financial side that as a country. You to me for contingency fund, yes, I do. Your money passing as a Furiata is still sitting there as a finance minister after committing such a heinous activity. Then the future is not good.
You are dead.
Yes, Obia contingency fund. It will be another emergency. We need to define emergency very well and let people suffer for some of these things that they do. But as it stands now, it's a bit topsy-turvy. It's a bit too hard and too difficult. It doesn't look good at all.
All right, thank you so much. Obo?
Hello?
Yeah, what's in car? Duncan Williams is to another assembly Okujata Blakwa and Reverend Victor Kusubuatin and so says seminar Domlevo. So that another trace says our contingency fund nom sako bomu there for emergency no. Man she had that 14 billion Ghana cedi crown tax payers money no to go waste. And I say be kwa you will not get accounted for. What you say the next 10 minutes that when you patch up.
I think a very sad story. Share the way our National Cathedral and the Revelations neighbor. I'll start off with the North Auditor, former Auditor General, and your Domalebon Sama Alcam. Now, on cancer, and yes, a contingent. You know what they did? There was supposed to be a money, and there was a contingency fund. And then instead of them putting the money in the contingency fund, I'm going to vote, contingency vote be all. It's because of them say so they put it here so they can easily get the money.
Hello, sir, contingency vote, you know. And I'm looking 2 million. No be, and almost as a year as a seed money for a cathedral.
That's what I say, Mr. Your contingency vote in a contingency fund, but vote fund, you know. Fund, so maybe just a call through parliamentary approval. I know managed by Parliament. If they couldn't just take it out without seeking parliamentary approval, and to seek a contingency fund, and I'm going to go to contingency vote so they can take it to the National Cathedral thing. So, I don't know how to say. The fact is that idea no cry, idea. It's just a quahana de quahana, Junibene. What I said, the whole thing now fiasco. And send the National Cathedral is Yankopon. It's a maybe. Okay. We're reviewed by Finance Minister now at this impeachment hearing before Parliament Adult Committee, November 22nd. And on what can I say? Contingency vote is a line under the other government obligations. Vote which is approved by the Finance Committee and passed as part of the Annual Appropriation Act by Parliament. In the honor of this cannot go to you, and to me is cannot. But my point is this is a cathedral that Nanado had a foresight of building for God in the name of the country.
Initially, they told us they would not use public funds. Later, we got to realize, okay, Muslim are seeding money. I said, the money sika and more train. Maybe I say, yedi money savings kokoto na dache yenya disaster. BBC in Chilmaba yeje bibia to hono. Say sika no baby e some de kotono mo fa kotono mo de akoto baby a mo betumi ayi no easily. Na mo de akosi National Cathedral. Na who si dan ama nyankopon nyame ope nyatwom open tro ope krono ope fin. There's so many controversies and clumsiness around this cathedral, and I don't know what I have to even say anymore, because you see a new thing, and why wouldn't Domlevo say a choir of say omubitimi de wia oman sika enti through National Cathedral and normally sika for contingency vote ni mu e de ko National Cathedral, and by so doing ni omudi wia sika. Why wouldn't somebody so obi enya sa fallacy na obi kita sa idea na what I didn't nipa njenindi, because akwan ya fa so ye nyoma no enye ena we are not following structures, we are not following protocol, we are not following our own set policies on finance. So, the idea I have been between. And then coming fast forward, Obana Bere, Asamana Oka, the second story of the day. So for Akasim, you know, Kase, Ebeya, Enka, Baby Adiana Kudruno. You suspended a dino. Nayama Independent Audit Unit. Emra, Emeshisha, Omusika, Simunina, na Omuya. They are transparent and what to also. I think Senka at this stage, that should be the best call, because the integrity of the clergy is on the line.
And transfer the economic condition of the population on what Thomas and on what to.
No, they are reasoning with what some of us were saying. So, because initially, I wasn't with the more music and AC, no more soliciting off a board of trustees, no more GGC and the SCDR. I know they're public press. It's another go be for, but now, more or less, I buy imagine to Mukra from interviews to trustees now yet. Release Eastwood and nobody buy Reverend Obama friends say aye
Joyce aye
Joyce aye no crowd also come board of trustees no, she came out and said say seed money no crowd buying they don't know how many sikano. And the people working to build that house for God are even kept in the dark. They don't have up-to-date information on the finances and the spendings of the government on the cathedral, which doesn't go well. And I think that so Reverend Eastwood and about any Archbishop Duncan Williams, I'm really number by and I think it spells it out. So we will be we analysis deep into issues. Now we amount for sometimes, because to do analysis sometimes you have to get into people's head and find out. You think for them, I didn't know say. Sometimes you have to be able to deduce from what people say. And who read the article no the Bible and tell you call say internal audit now. It means they now have come to realization say and things are not transparent. There are so many controversies which they themselves don't even have answers. Because if they do, they will come out in point A, B, C. No more arbitration. Now go back to Okujeto Black release. Now we can say, or sister saying he's found out more things about your friend is saying Reverend Kusi Boateng. What did I say? Sesiano Manucho. Sikano ko ano say 2.6 and not 2.2.
2.6 now quite 3.5.
And 3.5, and he has come up with a document. The statement or attach document that say National Cathedral ama Sofo Kusi Boateng a contract on supply paper towels. Think Alusha paper towels. The National Cathedral no the paper towels na and the paper towels are secretariat for the issue and then and no 3.5 million Ghana cedis. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Hey, Now my saying the those who won't say minim house of rebel to see watching, but because my who say I think they are coca a yin toka. Usu bempa. I'm so no so coca says Usu bempa passport to the BB, and I saw a story on Ghana web where Ubisu Usu bempa so for funny about when Teleka so Usu bempa and the passport back. Meaning say no more person in a way sarcasm and nobody respond to no say they. You see how people are beginning to even make mockery of the institution that is and was supposed to be the most respected, the clergy institution. Until an Pentecost of us who Reverend Opoku in Abaya winning home free. Which Kasaya Papa Wimuno Kana, excess, Womuno Kasankasakurano, if they get the opportunity, and it always I would say already into it. They don't want to let the president down. And now they don't want to make a revelation for it to say, but I'll say that in the spirit and cause of transparency and accountability to the Ghanaian people, the current board of trustees of the National Cathedral shall appoint an independent, nationally recognized accounting firm to audit all public funds contributed to and spent by the National Cathedral. Auditors will also audit the overall cost of the project. This appointment of an auditor shall take place before the deferment of activities of the Board of Trustees. So what I say, so who shared the whole thing the way I didn't see Konwa, just like Manucho was saying, and when it comes to project costing, any idea, it is in his jurisdiction as a civil engineer. You were telling me, when Kalusha on account is and Manucho the guy said, when I see $30 million.
Yeah, the architects and Mama and 30 million already.
How can an architect for the building? See, America, White House ground is here. An architect in quality 30 million. 30 million, Ghana City, $30 million.
I mean,
that is just extremely unacceptable. And I want to say, another man, Daggy Ward Mills, Reverend Daggy Ward Mills, because I said, you're too pit, but we've paid 30 million already. Couple this with what came out yesterday, which I know it's going to be your next topic. No, because and then you have one guy. Unfortunately, I can't even find the story anymore because stories keeps flowing in. Oh, Ghana, I manage himself. We up to date with that guy. A presidential staffer.
Yeah, yes.
Duncan Williams, what can I say?
In a Charles Table. Charles Table.
Yeah, I was reading the story. You see, these people are all, excuse my language, sycophants. She Oma Koshe or a presidential staffer or Yamidi, and you won't be in a day, Isika, as you want to call America back and forth. Only a journalist.
Yeah, one journalist, I remember. I'll say, or come here, bonus sign.
Oh, was it enough? Or a Bakui or your Ford Saga?
Manasi Azuri.
I say one of them.
Yeah, and
no, or more concern or Kobaya or see a deporting or see him deporting now. Oh, Kalu, any man who say, I can't say somewhere. Oh, my son, your mind. There are a lot of privileges. Oh, maybe not Alan Chamatin in his speech, you know. Manucho, okay.
Yes.
Okoka say, one tool, I was, or say, unya tumia, a service to the country. And I never call humility, a asset when you are in government, when you have power. Almost wajabu nanado, any other, you know. When he said that I would do things differently, and there may be a current president, or no, and Kobeni differently, people said he has betrayed the president. And my question to those people is, and you ma ekoshi, and he said, who are your president? Akasana Benuma. She auditor general reporter and the next topic, Galusha Bekosi. So one out here could also say Ghana for boss and not public press of buying. And Kasana Bebu Mino. Finance Minister, so wow MP, say Yampeno, Ghana for say Yampeno, or the Ghana Ekoshe chaos, or say I will not take him off because you've given me the power, so I dictate and do what pleases me, not the people of Ghana. Now, Alan Koka said, Nana, do I hear Nyoma de Duale Foundation, but there are a lot of things in Swa or no Kobeni differently. Edumu Muni almost Wajabu president and he betrayed them. Mami to Kalusha me say if Mami Bako Papa Bako Krani Beto Asasi Wiswa. Our act is by year 70% crab say Mami Papa 30% will be different. Uniquely different between us. When some more political party no face will be and once you're in the government, if you say it, they'll kill your political career. We've seen it. We powerful Japan and the studio. We had the things and the revelations he brought on board and the things he said. So into the way of money see you don't get up to feel say you are proud Ghanaian. You don't get up to hear positive stories. And other people, one expert, I was listening to him on Joy, I also can say the attorney, the auditor general should say charge. Now, what has made me so sad is the fact they say cathedral no crowns so are suffer for so you say. Now you call you not say buy. If you the moment now, now I am simpa penny. Yeah, Mamu, because from the way Reverend Josai was talking, like I said, Abani Sika Seminano, Omonomoto has board of trustees, but the money doesn't even come to them. And the little that even comes to them, they are sharing it amongst themselves. How can you say Reverend Kusibuating and supply paper towels for National Cathedral? 3.5 million Ghana cedis a day. Okay. When it bang any idea, when you are going to say, Monsho, mine be so your mine be acting on our behalf. But who did the cool mine say? A day. It is just too much. I think that for now, King Kalu, it hasn't been conclusive on Okuji Block, but I'm telling you for a fact to say, for me, with what I have read and the proof Okuji Block, and the documents that I'm seeing for myself, he has driver's license of Papano, Reverend Kusigwating. He has a document there. Who said no? The guy has facts. And this story that he brought out, he put out or the against to us here. Letter now, you see National Cathedral Secretary at a church say, Yama Papano contract. After Muslim or Mamu loan and a mutual loan back. So the National Cathedral Secretariat and Board of Trustees, led by Reverend Opuni, and the secretaries are even lying to Ghanaians. If this is true, this is where we are. The trusted clergy are even now stealing from the house they are building for God.
Okay.
Where are we? Where are we? Anyway.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. National and Otinism. Manu?
Yes.
If you ever call us a sign taking it this way, you can't auditors reports, no? Now you can't also send me and Sambi near Kabum. Remember 5 minutes. Because you say sir debt exchange program no so say in Kakwa say government ni banks no or more agreement. And then they be from and individual bond holders no so then send me a but first of all no manager okay kwabe minta akano. I say minority for almost started your COVID and says almost started COVID funds on your investigation class on all the time and all the time come quite a pushy back home quiet. Haruna Idrisu, I should decide about two but no they was such a me pass say COVID-19 was for loot and share. Now loot and share requires more can say and then a ambulance $4 million. Could 607 419 ambulance and ambulance be Ministry of Information with 251,000 Ghana cedi and the amount so insurance COVID could 120 no 38 in the Diaba 81 Solano Muyam fan by. So, church is 7 months, 7 be and Oka. Now, the cry say almost mobilization is come mobilize here 22 million Ghana cedis, you know. Almost a sumo 11 and 12 billion Ghana cedis, you know. 10 billion of support the budget. Yakasa, baby, how did you say? With the Luton share pana and go free ebeye. Now, for the crack no health minister so akokoto dan or say well leasing time for 25 years for 15 million Ghana cedi and a renovation cost 20 million Ghana cedi na manu cho bi say o man see any ska and so over here na we are northern sabom wa no we are oyese no we are say manu cho no ma ekoso Ghana yi ska ye bi and so ekoko say ska just like that e better no man na yi and I'm pretty phone on ska so hwana.
I think about COVID-19 funding, some of us were so much furious. I mean, Shesika enter into the system now. It was way too much. And some of us even complain. Me assure the front line airport then so beba and also time beba. I'm not sure it's part of all this money, but the truth is that they misappropriation it also. Because your child, baby cry, some hospital be had not even one single COVID-19 patient was taken there. You see, in principle, we agree that. I'm
information minister for you now. So it's kind of 3 man in for now, or say it's for a call center operators, any critical staff, and no down 151,000 at the moment. Yes. And also for any account now.
Yes.
I think that Minister of Health assume. Minister of Information, ambulance, $4 million,
$4 million,
$626 ambulance. No, I can't remember do it.
It tells you that COVID-19 funding there.
I just say
yes, in all this, in 50%, so a little over 50% too. Another 50% went into government other expenditure and put the COVID-19. Even in the 50, no. The brainance was wasted. It was great loot and share at that clue. Yes, your center be 50 million. You see, Ghana, and for 4 more, they have so much money that say less than COVID-19. Gracefully, people some lost their life. Gracefully, some people gained. Now say less than a year or two, no, we are bankrupt. We are back to zero.
No, it was between March yes. 2020 up to June 2020. And almost that's asking.
Now, for 4 more, they just you see. In principle, I agree that COVID-19 was a novelty. Say BC be 1800 since yehu. And I say we Arabia. I mean, obi go to crowd problem. In the spur of the moment, I agree that you took some unwise decisions.
I'm sure about 5 minutes. This issue.
In the spur of the moment, I agree that we will take some unwise decisions because Obiang Preno say idea way there. The most important thing is Ghanaians should not die on a larger scale. That was the aim. But at least there should still be checks and balances. My God, my people, there are no checks, there are no balances. 81 million meant for COVID-19 vaccines. Akwamba. 128 bueno. They supplied only 38. And gone down the drain. You gave money to say centers and kofo ayarisa. Not recovery. Even recovery. Not even one person was sent there. And as you can see, 15 million Ghana cedis. That's a lot of money.
And I'm saying more of this
billion.
This COVID in the crown. And as I say, you see now, I say a 20 say Ghana, but you are lucky say I don't know to answer ready. Now you're able to get this money and come to the show money. Must say 22 billion.
After when I wish now they could do comparative analysis with countries like Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and they also under similar way. Then you will see the picture well that you wasted a lot of wastage has gone into the system. You see, the boss can say when it comes to consultancy near there, it's our conscience. Because at the end of the day, you can follow procedure but still cheat the system because you don't have a conscience. Maybe a pen will be in say on $1, but make me a bed and say you be a supplying. You are maybe the best person to supply. Kalisha, I'll give it to you at the cost of $5 per one. In principle, we are too maybe because I'm the consultant and I have to advertise you one and you said you supply it from China or from China, but when you go US, I know I'll be my $5. But be any say oko Walmart, oko Target, oko Staples, I'll be for $1. Then where is the spirit and the latter? If you're a Ghanaian person, you see how people are trying to rationalize. Say in the spur of the moment, now yes, if call center workers now they're no more 151. You see, the truth is that this is a post facto explanation. Let me borrow Ways West. I could just talk blocker because at the time that some of these things were happening, say we do mine and moreover, auditor general and say bueno, more the mass risk allowance, more the man penny phone. See, I know when you necessarily everybody in there was giving some, and people were too afraid to go to work. Into next year, motivate your money. SSS can hear them more free, sir. I mean, look at the sense that they are trying to give, and it should be moderate. It should be moderate. It should be checked. I think that the more you listen to some of these things, the more you realize that Ghana is heading towards a very dark moment, as far as some of us are concerned. Nothing seems to be. There are no positive news. Sikadie, way too much. And you see, unfortunately, the ordinary Ghanaian is going to suffer. Ordinary single bond holder, no. Nisika no adokoto wono. Sisiano, Kenoforiata is telling us that the banks are in agreement now, so we are almost there. Say, basically, we are there. You better say no more. 5% coupon near there. We are not experts. We are not trying to. So in principle, I think I'll let Opo come in at this point, because at the end of the day, they are self-explanatory. And yeah, makwa extra research but we are being told that at that clue, people have been giving monies, unaccounted for monies. Some projects are in the midst of bueno. That's why I gave it in two parts. That in the midst of COVID, we took some irrational decisions, which we all agree. In TM for two be so much, but the quantum and the misjudgments are what is being questioned now, and some of them we need to get them back, because from a private man, $10 million, Ghana citizens, one thing in hospital near the COVID patients, at the end of the day, it's one free. Is that what you are saying? Okay. We need to have some checks and balances. And so most of the money needs to be recovered. In terms of Auditor General, from the Auditor General report, it looks like a lot of money has gone down the drain now. We need a strong hand to really recoup much of our money. Okay,
thank you so much, Manu Chubagani. Opo, I remember also now we are now the government are in agreement with the banks, because of that, individual bondholders, say government in your move free, and then they did last year. Remember also next 5 minutes the day so far we are going to share that nothing. You call last topic for the day. Opo Timeka. Opo Nasha. Hello, Opo. Hello, Opo. You're trying to say you say call Opo na fi onu so e dey na dwenche about this COVID-19 scar and then no ekokum. Opo Nasha. Manucho, I was Opo Yansa and Kanunti. I am quite government on the banks or more agreement. Now can 5% coupon and if 2023 now subsequent years on new 12 months be now no bear 9% in a demand going forward. Now whereas are you buying individual bondholders I'm going to say if government banks agreement almost 80% of they can get it from there and say where come you move free. E man show can some me bom na fi yen so. The second post one when
it comes to this bond, just like Opo was saying yesterday, it's sounding like a broken record now. But unfortunately, it's still running, and government is held dead bent on getting it sorted. And the more you listen to Ken Oforiatta, people felt that we should come to a realization and also an end. We should come to a very fruitful end. But it looks like Kwaneko, and for now, no, a need dahoba. Say at least coupons, they'll be giving coupons in terms of Usikani at the end. There's no way you'll be getting your cash. You have more coupons that running over years before you get your money. And the truth is that I think experts have spoken that. And Kebe Boa Kalusha, let's take the individual bondholders out because it looks like they are the most frail part in all these discussions. I think I'm Sisian Memotoba because we all felt that anchor discussions, of course, they will get to a point they will begin to tell us that they be mafim because they are the most vulnerable in society. But it doesn't look like it's going to hold.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody will ask you that, how did we get here? We've gotten what we can cancel.
Oh, Uncle, that is a Pona.
But you can come then we can need the way.
Okay. Obo. Yeah. Now you can COVID-19 COVID-19 kano. They say I'm start to say your research in the answer now. All the time didn't but no minority for no more dada. And I heard that this student kwana compa or say sika where the night was good for share. Now ko share nensema kanu or say COVID was a loot and share opportunity for government and share
loot and share
for the government. Now or the ambulance they na bem or the Ministry of Fencing that 80 million vaccine money so bem Ministry of Information almost so 151,000 Ghana cedi now she said something there address here be and after health ministry so one ko taught 9 bia then almost 15 million almost easy kwa woman to for 15 million and innovating kwa for 20 million ti o kan me ni aboma 35 million. What a wastage. What a wastage. And a Minister of Information for no Maba because of 151,000 there. Yeah, they ma call center operators and critical staff. Can send me in boom na the next 5 minutes you do justice for no mamia. Maybe I fear we the government in the banks no come agreement say between or bond issues no na individual funds to say government in for no agreement there come you move free nti o do 5 minutes na fi the way na wi nti banko
I think that the most interesting story there Auditor General somehow and say I'm going through the story but who say we no konkumano so who to now who share Akando there now. Akando was giving us an insight today as to how this whole revelations came about. And let me tell you a piece of news. And Okoni Joy so had earlier granted an interview which I listened to. But as more can Udi Opa, and the challenge Udia Hinkai, Okati Udia Hinkai say, Opa Ongogo Akando on COVID expenditure. The Okan News no Katayana boy. And Oba a headlines. It goes back way in 2022. And it was started by him because member of a parliamentary select committee on health into a
ranking member.
Yeah, ranking member of a parliamentary select committee on health into a very, very, very abreast when it comes to health issues and all these COVID-19 scandals are Kalube Kai say this issue of abiding the COVID iska omunya accountable was brought up last year. A lot of noise were made by the NDC. In fact, I can't be here, sir. Because go here. I can't do right.
Yeah, I can't do. Because go here, and then I got a lot of headlines. Oh, this is here. Who crowd it in your Google? Say I can't do on COVID-19 expenditure. Just that you see a lot of headlines, and I was reading a lot of them. Now, Sisiano, Kalusa uti in interview now. Or see the year who says here, I know that now by next week, there will be more revelations because what the Auditor General there, the government are accountable for, and as he can call Auditor General, and then they say, and then use, and I know about all these scandals. But according to, let me say, Kando, or see the reason NDC forecast said. Ma buy no use COVID-19 as an excuse for the woes of the economy, no, because Ghana nyasika. In fact, I was making some notes when he was writing, and according to him, Ghana made $903 million. Ghana made $903 million during pandemic from international donors as well as local donors, and and this account Auditor General report only covered $400 million, a little over $400 million. It's what he's saying, and sometimes I believe those who are on ranking who are on committees and especially being ranking members. That's why when Nanado was traveling and Okujetua Blakwa was coming out with facts and information about how much Ghana was paying per hour, £18,000. Because I have friends
to say Honorable Benjamin Kofi. I have a lot of MP friends who were ranking members, almost first-hand information, even more than members on the committee, because ranking, I just say, I'm the head of a committee. Everything comes through more and son the general committee. What I say, I have more access to request for this and that on any day. So, until change some way now, because my name is Kruma. Oh, King Kalusha Ghana, we have a long way to go. We see almost release some of the Banami Raho. Mr. Kojo Pong Kruma of Joy Super Morning Show. Kojo Pong Kruma or your interview, Mao shake you till say yes. Ghana, you were renowned journalist. And then the politics are Kojo Pong Kruma. That's why some people have even lost hope. We say, so we are, yeah, on the Yana for Takas. Say, yeah, no kati. Maybe worse. People say that, and they have the right to say that because of people like Ojo Ponkroma. Meeting explanation, na me Jose, and yet, Naka COVID the crowd and Kaya almost Ministry of Health. It should have been Ministry of Health. Now, who Ministry of Information is call center for your mom allowances because during the COVID, so we have to motivate them. Oh my goodness. Now, teacher for the normal school we couldn't. Sometimes people say anybody no munko say you need information can you do that? Yet if you now banker say COVID abano okay say manucho industry adjustment monska and cut across. No point is nurse ni doctor say you say mama muska no Ministry of Information say mama na mo passing for na information na mo passing out no central for na mo betina wa o mo be information no na in any case that time kra no na mo information manu na gathering. Yes. What was more virtual based because upon go TV is no my update no where I say but even that say now mo person mobile argument we needed to use that as a motivational factor to get them to come to work. A shame on this government. A shame. When people say, Omo can say, it's MPP near or Tihopa or MPP ni. Or Dogana. So, personal tea and some of cost of Ghana, no, she say, party I may pay. I may see a baby Ghana, ye, Ghana, Mahama, send ye, baby, and ye, sa party in a meeting. Somebody should ask themselves that question. Is that the purpose why MPP came into government? To make things worse for Ghanaians? Could you if I made an explanation called about me can't release no? Let me work Jeremy. Say call information call centers. No one we have to pay them more because people didn't want to come to work. How don't I do so? Create loot and share. Kalu, why wouldn't you believe him? Just a story I carry last year about $150 now no mujijo airport one. I got to a point now sika I organize 16 million na Ghana enya say manucho minim say o ma say okay na Ghana enya say $150 now no mujijo airport no. Yeah, exactly. When they had gotten 16 million, what was Ghana's share? Oh, 1%. No, 1 million. 10. Ghana 1 million out of 16 million. Exactly. The country no be muntia. I had the principal we know. Now you just 1 million. The company that was formed, online. But only God knows who. The company that was formed, but by only God knows who. No make it 15 point something. Not Ghana $1 million. And Ghana, but I'm just waiting for just a candle said there is more revelations coming up for next week because I see. The country maximized 903. Now, even if Ucho for Yatanka budget to go ready, not just a Ghana, in your Sikamo because of 50%. Megua. Yes. The Auditor General report stated it, and over the rest of budget, we saw it 50% of the budget if COVID. If you COVID now, if you already excuse, where is the justification for the excuse? You say COVID in Ghana, your whole trade. If we made that much money to the point, you say it means in an overflow, and the budget more. So it's just a point of Ministry of Health, Kalusa ambulance, and I say ambulance and any COVID in Indiana. sometimes they are not out to me. Sorry, town out here news media or same FM. Say, you could join me. I'm saying for be AVAC, Africa, and I fight COVID. And I said, what is almost a drone about January. And then Anopa, Ministry of Health say, COVID now, you say, and Musika, Moko Triasica, over 80 million Ghana cities now, MIN. I feel almost about January. Just look at this. Look at this. What kind of it is a Nipa who was at time saying Nipa who is even serious with COVID now? Nipa saying I am serious about COVID now. The pandemic is over. Even US officially, but Biden declared say it's over. The whole world, the pandemic is over. It is a Nipa who now see ya chicho usikasa for kote drew. Nada da. I feel now say do na ba January ya. Nka unko for no mui. And said do no pa only God knows. Where are the ambulances? Say a private job, a pharmacy, Kasani Ebeyano. I think that this government, so far, until they are able to turn things around and surprise some of us with radical approach, arresting people and prosecuting people and surcharging people and retrieving stolen and lost money, it will go down to some of us one of the most disappointed administrations, honestly, because now you have high hopes for Nanado than Albine. Judging from what Mahama was doing, but they have come and messed everything even up more murky.
Okay, Mr. Fawi, now for Mamanicho, now for course, no. It's
about debt exchange program, right?
Yeah.
I think, sir, many of you say I buy on the banks, but when rural banks and so the craft are buying so new move from. Oh, you see how the things are going. But anyway, for us, I say, money. Banks let me reach an agreement, but I think the individual bondholders and almost the cut about one thing said.
But no, banks in the crowd. Also, they've come to agreement with the Furiata, but soon they also have to go and meet first board of directors for approval. And all my sign until no crowd and it's and
sometimes they come out because of a they come out with such news to calm the waters and for almost a sunny pagina. They play a first one on the minds of the people. But my point is and now mine essay and yes, so mine so I say yes, so mine be but bondholders no able to me at here, banks and everybody is in agreement, not government, not for the loaner. I don't have much of a problem. But I have a big problem where the government tries to use the authority, the force. Chinchina, we have to do it this way, even though the money is not the government's money, it's people's money being taken care of by the government. You see, individual bondholders say they can lose all kind of article now. They have made it clear. Say, they are buying you a free deal, be our more day.
Almost say banks government in the banks now it's almost about 80%. Until 80% DNS is almost done. It's almost done deal until that's what they are saying.
So you see, that's the whole point. Until I have the but can we come to think of it? Such a Yam misappropriate. Even the 403 million was saying now. I can't do some say no corner captured in the Auditor General report on crash the AI. And to say I'm passing in 903 million. Not a 400 million crown this year. Then the larger part on the accountability mayo. Now you're about to do a stage where the country is crying to individual bondholders, say, yes, 30, 35, 33 to 35. Near do Sikama, Saturday, interim Sikabia. For people to be crying and calling the president wicked. Oh, we'll be Unipan, Wadam for ASP. No, send another with 3 million, Papa. So for somebody to be crying out from his heart and calling the president wicked, we shouldn't have gotten here if the president put measures in place and I make prudent financial decisions, especially during the COVID pandemic, where it has become clear that Ghana made more money as opposed to loss. Wouldn't be here. Let's hope the next couple of months or years are maybe the government, because right now, whether we like it or not, we can't do anything. We have all to deal with them. So let's pray, say, the right things. Now that things are coming out
thin and thick. Once on our the social media factor has also come to play a role. But I think they will create a new social media. Now the pressure from the opposition party pushed Auditor General report out, and now we are seeing all these things happening. Let's hope and pray that maybe within the next couple of years, MPP callers and so you show me course no pa. Almost an another I said no all abrana. On one catch of what I say bisa questions. Do they want to maintain power? Do they want to break the 8 as they claim? If they do, then something drastic needs to be done.
Okay, that's me. But you, ready up my
I think it's as for the bonds in there. I mean, it's ongoing. So let's see how it goes.
How it goes, yeah. All right, Manicho Gandhi out in Kano, say bond, it's ongoing process. Now, it's a Edumuso, a Dumwa, program, a Shemamu, most of my friend, no much my dream, let me be to me also. No money a +1 508 304 9394 plus 508 304 9394. For all who stands so 508 304 9394. But your fair now send you a adventure. Let me be to be Hi Unity Radio. They come say almost I say me for phone in here. Go Coast Catering Services and Restaurant, Kumasi Market, Anochi Trading and a Lemonade Finance. Almost I say about the for a picky phone calls. Na be to me a kind. But the first caller Abaso one on my one on my 886 383 Pacho do so. I don't know why. Hello? Hello? Pacho what's the car? What's the car, man? Pacho man company.
Kalisha. The Morgan of Mary.
So,
hello, Kalisha Bora. What do you mean?
Let's go, Papa Josubaneko.
Come on, I'm a dual to commercial swansea.
I come on, go.
Former trade minister. Now, be really sad, former squad chairman, honorable Asalbidiako, or Smichiano, and I mean, Baba, also USA. Oh, when you can see and maybe in my market. Now, Auditor General report to the buyer said, I'm kind of a move. Just a Juma Metiasi, a giant Yanum, and this a year, poor Machi, a moment of co-position, and Runa finance minister, vice president, economic, almost the same thing. Over 90 sika, sebi. Yin Myanmar, or more teach ma, Sika crack, a more for ye, yen from one. I said, I am for Ahima and your sister, some of Fanya Dane. Or more Fanya Dane. Do you wire to Ghana on my limbs and probably a quaw which him? And school some I had thing, or shall test the Sukrana, you never from your money in Suadi. Parents do not know the 8 minutes sky, the infant talk. It is can be a protest book, you support on the any. Osha and the secondary school, in Miani and the white thing, and Crown was almost say for parents, more for someone near Ganindi. This is the Gane Bro. Stand more with Yan and I said 20 years, no Moshe. Never Palam could do to Matiwadikaka. So no deal for the Juma. America or Moisa Kalusha, I say for the Juma, idea him. I don't know if Panabano with Libya, you himself, Mabunu, or Nanti, a taste, I don't know Benabia. Said the Bayer, by name, not support the Crown, almost with my day, Edian Yabi. Yes, now maybe the special prosecution and maybe Bompaye said the Abbey man and funny on Tonesa and first company phoning in a health minister or finance minister says he cannot Sebi. Galusha, my phone is here. Why am I making papa?
All right, come on, now what's it? Then Castle or no do the same mobile. We patch our Unity Radio 103.9. I do Musu. More program mam na dum so so obefre na wache wadwen no money +1 508 304 9394 now US has so 508 304 9394 fair now so che wadwen na bibia entumi konkan answer na course no beba no ma men call Facebook na mo omode omonsem di kase sem omonsem aba Facebook no menken kan na bibia entumi enko enkan Hey Selassie was patriotic voices go so and also so say regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chamatin, the next president. We've seen a lot of Auditor General's reports concerning misappropriation of public funds since independent, but no one has been arrested and prosecuted. So what is the work of the special prosecutor? Ghana is simply not a serious developing country. Alan Beba, Pachawa Noma 3490 no Maninko, 3490 Maninko.
Yo, mini medawase eyo house. Metia mu nyina na atia mini anom go so for US nyina metia mo. Na so kesi ama onumunyanfo Alan Kojo Chamatin, yet incoming president of the Republic of Ghana. Ghana proposed the 2024 year MPP Abino and MPP party name Nayako Konya Kojo Frank ano the Ghana men na Ghana panel to my party. Ninia never ma asem so a o se enema e koso e wo the secretary na na do dan kwa kufado amamuomu lata party a eye asem. Ninia auditor general report ba ye kesi kapa akodi amanfo bosom na na do dan kwa kufado enye wei na Ghana for e kan say ana Ghana for he so e de to abama wo na do dan kwa kufado wa ma Ghana for en say ti form eye MP even MPP communicated me ka ho ebu mre bi mpa ye ko radio so a ye fere so na do dan kwa ye nya umudie ukofa special prosecutor ba ye enim say enema bi akokọ so e wa abamu mu a atwa mu no nka special prosecutor nko be na djuma wona wodi amayitika ke betiti wo mu na nka prosecute wo mu na nka mbra no e di atu ba bi e da no enne sade ni nyina antimi amem the NDC for ye ya the NDC for opposition enne MPP yempo ya je akra the NDC for be ye e ba ne say ene ye no an say na amene na do dan kwaku kwado ye se kan ofoli aka wo mo number we nipa be ye bi wa be di na yi firi ho na peni pa ho probra wo si wi ni firi ho and seven kata sending them a cost me enti no be so be kan ofoli aka afiri ho no na ye de ye ka se mi nuanom MPP for dedicate say ye nya ye papa Alan Kojo Chamatin mu gidie ye nim ka atia le mui enya Happy about the MPP party and MPP party, when you go at it. Yenya, you move not 2024. Yansha Papa Alan Kojo Chamatin and Munyam, not Jim Pop, and then the book I need to see a funny Jim Power, Ghana, Ghana, yes, and to my party. Me and my Abamu, you say, can I tell Uncle and catch the Minia Manuko Ready?
Okay, Mr. Medawasipa, but I don't mind 4086 when I do one 4086. Baby Aboko, where can you say?
Yeah, only there is a name of what
Tobo Parliament, Manco.
I'm sure it's your phone, but your phone in a never so I'm more conscious, almost one of the program and a idea and a point. I show my job emotional. Now we go on. Jambo Samuel. And of course, I find to go see. The working down on new association. Then you take Ghana how now and Yama person on the fact. The Ghana man penny and Uncle Father. In fact, a man or minor a boy mini. So that's the other day, catch up a papa. Yama and you walk party for can or so won't tea. Ghana for can won't tea. As of where can won't tea. Yes, purely this idea we're gonna have will be including former President for example, can say, Yama Finance Minister, Yama Equidie, I can be as I was a son, Nagana for a water him. And next year, I've been a COVID-19 who wants to get in what you want some degree. And now almost northern regions, Mamino organization, no information did you. About no check the Mukwan first of COVID-19 can steady Maomo. More party for executives in and your Chapa. It is uncle for we went to the marriage person and now you are Matamidu. Or pointing out as special prosecutor was say or no, what minute because won't you go to Mazamano? Now was I send a Trinidadian minute to say, woman and Yajmano, any. In this person was to where I was a graduate. We are the Mamma, I'm an Yajman, say, Corona Casaco will feed him. The course will feed him more. If I if you know, come for 10 years. So, I don't know more Ghana. It is ever say, I go for my young Quatentina or the 2024 in the bedroom in Ghana for the Sala near Coco Sala near Wuse. Sending another for the same about a young son and share. Yes, son and share. Yes, son of you know. The Wuse answer you, dear. And Kui into what's a son. Now, yes, I don't want to that John Dramani Mahama. Yes, I remember could just be a son say, oh no, buy no. Ghana need beer near my air, but that's a name himself. Oh no, you bought some because now if the teacher Mamma and said, oh yes, I want so much said, oh no, they won't give me the beer from Ghana for. And then they will also over by Sister Ghana, Ghana has heaven. And all by and they won't. The beer same basa. And the beer beer from a Canada John the Money Mahama. You know, I'm what 24. You know, I go to trouble. Boom. And I want Canada John the Money Mahama. I'm in Persia. Obviously, baby.
No, where do I say, pa? Well, no, man, 2 well, no, man, 0093, but all the Kodus Maniko.
I mean, Opo, Kalusha, good evening.
Good evening.
I am from a the patriotic voice, the Chim.
Maniko Kokudu.
I mean, you got Kokun can sound on a fair penny or attachment to our family. Media Kakra America, Edia, Badia, no, some attacker pie and him for now. A woman say a more or than Cruces. Many will be a Maka said here, and this is what more talk catch a man him for. Oh, you come abra. Now, man for war, how we are bano. Minia or how we are bano. Your best threat, Nanado says, Salem Cruces, somehow, what they don't mind him. So much at all, you know, no having Tolan Cruces. Now, Sika was what they tell Cruces. No find any amount from what a maximum for 1 toll. Now, no cost I can say Ghana for a Chiani Mui. Yenya or Mampen, you can't say, former minister, your friend Alan Koditra Martin, Yenya Mujibi. Union Muji is open, you know, Nefa. Yes, one on a police station executive, yes, one of what, or Bob Wayama, yes, Saka, or mine, you are, yes, public needs, you know. It's an economic Mamaka Sanchez, yes. Kota you are like the machine,
you always made us him. But your number 0249, Edu Subanenko 0249, Edu Subanenko.
I'm so Wawunian. Your friend Sankara, Mekasi, Adenta, Accra.
Sankara Manako.
Nina, make a mason, Mr. Manika and Chayula, Alanko Masi. So much in Nita. Minia, chop, yeah, I could cost win. What in Minia, what is it cost for you, Alan, and Nasu. Papa, no more man, and you are no minister, none of Miss you can't use don't go on a grant. It's already with your crying out at the demand. It's you want to walk it to a broker, it's you who cry. Send me Cowie and I'll be a man. Send me Cowie and also Ghana, young man, you man. So send me Cowie and also TV and cover with people. The woman in the video by a letter, you're a policeman. You know, it's message and be very good. Said you are on media store via Ghana radio so TV. That's the other via and a sister of a man. Julia, make us on Nanado, one can imagine, it's answers in Sadia, a man 54, that I am not country, and someone be defended or a be a complete chairwoman, none as a hospital. It is a somebody as our country Ghana food. At some point, and yes, our country Ghana food. The name of top 27 Cosudia, and you're not parting yet. Communicators are better than yet, Nakata. I am what here, and also, that's what I'm going to. You are Opuyata. All super pay from many power which money demand. And yes,
Oh, the entire home is over to know. And never some is one cassa, and some is a while, Papa, or just what it is also again is off for a while. Not a young tragedy. Everything I'm on your mother's and to mess on another. One check on a food sugar. Now was a sack announcement. And my nanny for this my man, almost not to talk with the million, Adosu, Mr. Meadows, the community.
You're Medasi, but you're no money 7275. When I do so 7275. When I do so. I was man called Koso.
Yeah, Medica, who is to Nash?
I mean, I'm a for part of the minimum.
More Stonash. It's one of the international affairs. Lamina Babla, so and a chairman Mediaco. Former chairman Central Register of Chairman. Atwata, also World Juma. Yes, number 2. And then since a nephew or Marco Granam. And if you were 20, which was the gun in the Busa, the Muku Kankayashi, the Command State, former trade minister, and now so for what International Press Center, Over Center. I'm a man non came, no full of me, not here, no one challenge. We are no one million much, and like production of my thing. Now, so for fooding, I won't go to show. Never can a carry sita. No, you sano, some men who burn in me, like you, man, in the head, more America. But all the girls say, well, the sister says, anyone,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, let's say you know more. So when you're there, I'm PPP. 1998, you know, Jacob 2010, the Manana, 2012, the Manana, Prince to me by it. About also in a year. I'm not for the Jacob for the kind. No, look, I send you. What's in administration? 50% in much on a condition of my president. You American seniors and Salakaya. Meaning, and many Busaya, Miss a dear Messa, I didn't have Banner, and that's where we are. The former president, Muhammad Tanso Jano, and Mashara Ayasa, and the Abraham, the Messian said,
Nana, latest one, Auntie. When you the mama, they read the latest one now.
And the thing is a familiar investigation. Set position, Martina Shea, you know, and you don't have a chief for
Meda see pa but your kojopoku would do so manenko
the child will be our unity radio the video open and then Uncle on by now with me Panamaka Unity Radio at my crew and some of my concro Ghana said the mobile at my Pama or my concro Ghana think I will answer that line is worse. The Uncle will be Mabino. Head ministry. Almost 50 million Ghana citizens, or the 20 million Ghana citizens, and a renovation. And to say, and now I don't go for renovation come here and go or be a canting. It's a he want to say, and now without Kufado, or the Ghana, or the Ghana. You're not sure about panel. So if he's there, they are black Ghana, and the canon or person in the Opal, or most of the here, they are coming by from. But the almost says cannot do. Or Michael Good Ghana, you say a basis to cool them. You have the basis to hospital. Oh, Uncle, me from what you could. Hospital cry. Also, that cannot be near my answer and fata. The best have a panel. The officer, bra. And when we are no your friends a batono, Emma, Papa, Alan Codetta, Matano, Mamma, or my concur, shall call be sick. And you are waiting and yet it is a visa and no young one of another Canada. And Kaya is a free and kind ever mother, the portals and qua. It is ethical in the Yakwana any. Yet the seas who qua die any. Yet the third animals who cook for their any. Nobody is the kind of I got a pump or for river, not done quite everything. If there's a gun or a for and Mediana. MPs nyina so mo pro for yata na na be da kwaku fa do so mabu ni agumasum ono na mde ne be ya adwuma na bibia emze ekosu ntino ya de yankaza yenimze enye dia ya papa alankwajo chabatem e baba be dia de asibabi ye kinkalumu ni nyame nya adwuma
kojo poku ye be da wasi pa me pato wa no man 3995 wo da do so ba nko wai 3995
Lucia.
Hello.
Ana bobo. Boko de mpacho wa wuni
Ibrahim mani nko.
Hello, Lucia Ibrahim.
Ibrahim mani nko Ibrahim.
Yamin ka hono yamin sha ono mincha be bia opo national obia mincha na nile. Yamin cha woman for na ojam. Na America fo nyina. Na beautiful bad omo nsam papa. Na kinkalusha amze minority leader Haruna Idriso omo amse omo na resign o se party nso na edwini ma omo kwotena tia omo gisa position na me gidi se ni kwan so ano because Haruna Idriso kwa say minority no obaye majority leader da na obaye minority leader ntene de me gidi sum se se mrewe na ebi anhihye fufuro bi aba na omugisa ayina fi omunsa mi hu problem ewom na kakra bi o MPP ankasa omun sama ekoso yese oma amuntena election ya bebai fi sama PPA by BC Alanka che BC Dr. Mahmoud Bamia yede emfa bi ahun yede yese obama amuma sunja be o mu contest ni 2024 to 5 no kankalusha yede jobaba bia belusu nkede nye ya sambia sa na kankalusha na mi bisa wasambi na se da to bamia nto tigana ha dola no asana ma nzu me matise fuel kwa ambassador tum nto gana
ogana
omoma yantininka why
yo matike
na za oforiata de said nanado abusiani nti MB before no mukasa se omuyindi na se yaka ose onunya nti ono ni nya na yabuma no se ni de wa wo yantinia ujina ona kaka anso so wo de bompa se party papa beba ndc why na tu abama expensive for my president Dramani ma no mbe se under se papa adi abre why kalu chaka chiro mami why
okay Ibrahim bedasi
yo nyamin ka oni nyamin se be bia opo national obia chana man why
Ibrahim bedasi pa bye pacho wa no man 2709 una edusu 2709 edusu man ko
Tokyo Kalusha King Kalusha e patane Rama 1 ne kase
Rama man ko
King Kalusha ma me chana me chami na manucho e be bia opo national obia me chana nyumbre na machia anya na ma muti unit trade nyina anochi costo so me charge ma form nyina Kinkalusha ame se enesama ya ti efa Haruna Idrisu ne nyanu ma mo keka hono de aduma na ma ya na se mo form aduma pro na ni pa wo from na meto aso no ne kwan ya aso ano no kan se aduma de uye na durba bi na reba ese uja to no bi sufra o se mo da mo no so beto aso tini hu funso bia ewo so Dr. Mahmoud Bamia ne alamu de no na no mi hu ade bi awo Facebook ene ya platforms so no ha me pa ta se ya si otwea yi surabua ya da na okwakoto ho by afem bia nipa ne ka ye ha me ne se nipa ne okasa ya tia ya papa Dr. Mahmoud Bamia kirenu last minute no de so se kremoni kro mo to aba ma no in fact omo ya sa de no mbeja omo njai se ala so etie ta asem wo ya me nkofo no omo de sei ekọ compare anya nwanwa se ebia na ala betima you know by betima han pa de bifa the safo no omo kika ka sa asem no ebata ebe MPP party no nkamo fosu donati wo papa omo to aba bebre ko mo dominate om ntu ko kasa an ko ni pano ala fo no kremonia obekasa sa na oka ene sa na oka dia ene mesem ka ko to ma minia e ba sa na ebia na ala de se konya no no wantimanya tinimi dem stress ta traba ayina ye ya no politics no mo me nyina fanto ye nyina nuafo MPP ndi se nyina ya nuafo party ye di o ma di ye je na ye nyina ye swag say o ma de betima fa no ntoma pasira kinkalusha no da se me kwa mo bia ba nyankopon ka mo.
Okay, better see Rama 1. Pacho no man 6087. Uno a last caller and 6087. Uno a last caller. Pacho manko.
Yo, wede mamu na ajo. E be ma bra mo pondia ni usuyan.
Aba menko.
Yo mi da se mamechia former state minister yewura alankwajo chairmanten mabunu ani da so ba ko pe e chiano na ya srasi ahin po se yede o tradition wa bre eduru so a wo na party for yehye wani munyam enti be se delegate we ni kwani yetumi abede ma delegate se yen hwe na ye mo ya mamere ho ban yeni yewura kwajo chairmanten fitete enye wa bre nti ye mane kwan se ne be ya on fidi juma mra na mabusu yenye binye se ne be ya yeso dachi ye benya bia wa na dia ye ne ma milia kaka me ka ya obi so na se ya MPP for ba be dia na ya chi bini mo ye taba obwa ayi ne no MPP for no ko wa mo be to ta de bia ma be ma katache na se kaba abra onya we se wo pi ne kaba na shewo ma mo bia ntie ye de ya tete say Firia, where Yamisundi, where Kamuni, Bamfa, Yanye, they know any papa. They are really proud to my Jumano. You know, I said, want to see one for Tabby say what Kodosha and Chesano, Massa of boy, Juma, what. No, Bekuma, Mabu, Yana video, Muna Nigga, you go fuck here, I have tomato paste, you Sapa in there was a Braboni in I have Komotini support. That's him, Mamu, Mobo. Kandi ko we just ami ma we na fa ka te we Kamuni we Kristo ni dadi ye no office obetima ye adwuma no na wo se Ghana fo nyira delegate ye garo na ampipi amanyuko no atin drat transfer da se ne be ya ye betima break age minia woni ya me mo adwuma da se pi ye America fo nyira
Abraham ye be da se Suyani all the way from calling all the way from Suyani da se ye pa hey on my first slide and ni Ojambema yantibon kane obu se bia mo bia no mo hoye ma make kind messages be on Facebook na fe mi story media so na yankofa yume no si akase bo o peace 104.3 news no fam bet for 2 p.m. Blessed Sun 2 p.m. Asante Mampong. Let's all pray for Mother Ghana because the hardship is too much. MPP led by President Nana Akufo-Addo has failed Ghanaians. NDC shall bounce back 2024. 2 p.m. Asante Mampong. Blessed Sun and or then I know the same by you know. Mamiaba, I say our leaders are not making the Omamu attractive at all. It is too bad. Mamiaba is sema or the by no. My Alice Carlos. Good morning, brothers. Great job done. God bless you. Amen. And also sema or the abanono. Now as a mensa Kamadini and what's sports time on the but I mean can say Opo please Pablo Madini was 40 plus and he was still playing for AC Milan and I think Thiago Silva can do the same thing based on his experience. And also sema or the about or the whole entire Ghana is infected with corruption. I know as a mensa biamano no quite in Frimpong. So I say thanks. Thank you for your powerful job. And I agree, Honorable Alan Chamatin, and I agree all MPP delegates. And they should remember Honorable Alan and vote for him. And also see a Kwatin Frimpong and Sema Odiabanono. Joe Tess Odro Menu, maybe be fine to Honorable Alan Kojo Chamatin, incoming president. 2025 from Komoya Jonathan Odro Menu or Komoya and so on. As a commercial, Alan Chamatin or whoever they are all the same people. Please, no somebody have a canon. As a commercial, I said the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. As a commercial, I say they all start with sweet talks, and when they get the power, they change entirely. I repeat it, they are all the same people. And only as a mensa and some of the catch politicians say, Omoba, Omano se kasa de but the 2 minutes assurance na fade aya bobidi and to no so some of the come cut here for say Omo so sing me de na by Anochi Chrome restaurant as some mass trading Dan Auto Repairs Dr. Kwabi Scientific Hair Care Gold Coast Cattle Services Dream African Market 369 Benko Street Paul Ambantem Kumasi Market Anochi Trading Limited Finance and Oba Selit Homcho Omo and Omo Soya Sing me did media bell me did the Queen Kalusha me did media chairman na me come so channel pa Bonopa non kran she said that upon Bosuo ebel me train side media kwa without my able lieutenant go for mo so mata me channel mo bo am do media CEO of Unity Radio no ankasa mu Opo National Noah Opoku Jemfin and I would say Manicho Magadi Tatarito Mempem Wasem Husta Master Jesus or also attending council then I know this by him. More free Ghana all the way from Ghana no I'm also Yadama Siepa Nana said yeah I just say your tone catch it or Unity Radio. Last time I offer a line a cat here and I tone cabium so ultimate can ya me tonka now contribution is appreciate it and I'm did media NBC maybe all mine force we are over force that was Johnny Michao and Nana Ujam Bema Papa also Michao na Michao mo mutie dwumadi ye betia mo ye pa se de bia mota echi na mba echidom metri eyu e ma me Alispa bia wo bia no ehia se enkoma na no pay and I'm a djumedi si yakupo adma ocharopa shine say your djumedi no bro me call peace no makofa 6 o'clock news e Ghana amra aboha 17 e Unity Radio yakupo adma shine ocharopa so bompire ka so bobo bia mame na mpai bo hunya pa ebi hia me bompire mame na bibia me bia na enkonkai me da wase mo bye bye
enanumre yane dodo no abedi nkomo ede afa NDC amanyokuo no gina wonu masie ewo emrahye bedwam no eho ene ne a ekire ede ma party no nsem wei ene afoforo bi ne atanse anwumre ya yede ne nkiremu ebremo yede aseda ema Osons chemist na do Osons garlic capsules ena afei Osons baby gripe water aba edwaso na samo wo mu an se Osons baby gripe water ene Osons chemist adru papa wo de abai fe no Osons garlic capsules no eboa efie bia ema efie no eyemu a sa ena etie afei mamemfa wo enko MTN se Ghana se be bia wo bia Ghana ha sei wo Ghana hankoa de a emfa ho eni tokrokro mu a wo hye ehode de MTN ebedru ho se mo wuni MTN so na se wo network nkae no so de a ene de mintimi nkyere de besi de but se wo MTN so de a ahondaso ewo ho se everywhere you go Hisense Ghana everyday prices for everyday people and ema odi siesie fie ni ade nyina no Hisense for ewobi Duffy's Health and Beauty Wadohima feminine mixture ene ni nuanom aba Ohima feminine mixture na ga se fro baby ohima obaby na efe no ohima bisam so baby na efe no ohima hwe enye obi akeke just said wako servicing center ho aba ene efe no ohima Ketios Marketing Agency Wamo ena ede anom ne dokodoko a ye friend 5G drink miso fruit drink ena afi aperitivo beta wamo de ba adwaso na sa 5G drink no emo Ghana fo mo mpa ena mo se mo hu ade pa mutugu so mane yefe pa o e say udru Ghana se ba bia traffic wo pa no a drinker amanfo akọ adwuma wo mabre o mtika mo muto ni nyina eye 5G drink mpacho de so bi hwe me so pa to 5G no baako neto mizo no baako neto aperitivo no baako na abehu se ade pan makamfo e de ama wui muntunguso enura na me ka kire mo se enura no ade e be che enura no containers akese enson e na yakwa akoyie enwumre ya frame ya se de aka no anhwa endru container baako se amanfo atu aguso atu awo dome honom heavy do abrosanum 0246270221 enti man mo me anya ni sei mo amutu sa drinks no won fa number we offer number we no afre omo no why reservation enti sa wo kwa ye ntumi kan jo sa asan jaw debi sa wo reservation na akọ na ye say asan afre me na ka sere me amedi wanim na courteous for